Okay, so welcome one and all in one and everything in between. To another exciting, awesome, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious episode of Low Initiatives Lost Ones. Yay! Woo! Ah! Why was no one else
Yay.
cheering?
Uh,
Okay, well,
I had food
minus
in my mouth.
minus 100 experience to Rye, so you're now level -1.
oh yeah, but I was the only one who said something.
Yeah, but it was more hurtful than saying nothing.
Mama always said have my voice be heard.
Uh huh. Anyway, so when last time we saw the Lost Ones, title pending. Uh, you guys basically were continuing your adventure through the cave systems that you were exploring, trying to hunt down the hunters and looking for information of the greenskins and basically your entire mission and stuff that you guys have been rocking for the last few weeks now in game time, out of game time, a couple months. But you guys continue through, and someone, Poi, decided to use their choice card to basically try to expedite things and help the group along because some of you guys are getting low on supplies and you guys are a little worried.
Well,
Uh, and so that makes it so that now Rai is the only one with the choice card.
that's horrifying.
Yeah, because every single time you volunteered to spend it, someone else did. Anyways, you spent the card, and immediately afterwards, Kestrel began to smell baked goods, cinnamon, and just kind of a homey smell, which in the dark, dreary, nasty, pooping laden, and insects infested caves, was a pleasant welcome. And despite you know protests from some people in the group, he
And
just started.
questions to his sanity.
Yeah. He just started continuing trucking along, and eventually, you guys ran into a goblinoid that was messing around with a cave-in area. You guys spooked him, and he tried to flee from you guys. And eventually, he came upon another collapsed area that he was frantically trying to dig through. You guys quickly dispatched him, and seeing that there was potential to get through this the clearing, you guys decided to try to push your way through because Keshra was saying that the smell was coming from the other side of the cave-in. So after a few hours of digging, you guys were able to make your way through. You guys eventually found yourself in a large chamber with a lot of similar orangish yellow colored mushrooms that you had seen before, where you guys had found a myconid. Um, your characters don't know what it was, but that's what it was.
A
Uh,
Mexican man.
so you guys basically had a conversation with the creature. It spored you all, so you guys could basically telepathically communicate with it. And in discussing things, you guys had found out that long ago, the when the war brewed amongst the people of home, when the green skin tribe, which mostly comprised of orcs, basically races that were all green skinned, um, they, tried to seek refuge underneath the ground, and it worked. They were living down here for quite a while, and the Myconids even assisted them in their living. They kind of had a simple relationship down here, but something had changed where the greenskins basically became aggressive towards the mushrooms, and they started consuming the myconids and their brethren. The one that you guys were engaged with had been captured and was being fed on, and luckily it had a chance to escape, so it did, and made its way to this chamber where a collapse happened and kept it safe. You had also found out that it was using the last of its life force and power to basically keep the goblinoids at bay by, as Stone found out, like using insects, rats, and other creatures to basically spread its fungus to the outer limits of the cave to try to limit, the goblinoids from being able to enter and exit the caves. Um, you guys also were able to get a complete map of the cave system from it. Thanks from in part Stone eating its part of its hand. And then you guys took a rest, and during that rest, Stone was engaged by the creature, who basically begged her to make sure that no matter what, the party takes the goblinoids out. That it is a plague upon the land that needs to be wiped out. Partially due to its danger, and partially as well because the Myconid feels somewhat responsible for its people turning these creatures into what they are now. Yeah, so you guys finished up by having a little bit of a snooze time. You guys woke up, and there was a door on the opposite end of cave-in this large chamber, similar to the throne room door of the arcane lab thingy that you guys, first, found yourselves guys, or first found yourselves in. So seeing the connection, you guys immediately are intrigued and we're like, "What's behind the door?" And so that's where we left off. I believe you guys are all standing in front of it.
One other side note, what's it called? Scales had another octopus vision.
Yes.
And everyone knows about the octopus visions now.
Yes.
Yes.
Because of the information sharing of the Myconids, yeah, you guys were able to learn a few secrets. And you guys had a revelation that Stone is probably the best one of the group.
If I am,
We already knew that.
well, that's true.
I am well behaved.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys find yourselves in front of that door.
It's a door.
So, well, I'm not disputing that, the door and, its potential connection to the lab maybe it's something looking into.
Also, I will just a soft reminder. You guys were attempting to do like Arcana and stuff on it, I believe.
Yeah. Mm.
So that was the last
Yeah,
action you guys were going to do, but then I cut it off.
Alright, so actually, yeah, you got it first time then.
Yeah,
like,
do you want?
do those checks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you
Well,
want?
technically, you guys were saying what you guys were gonna do, so just continue with what you were doing.
I definitely think it's worth looking into, but I do think there are more pressing matters to,
Have we opened? Do we know how to open these kind of doors? If it's the same from the lab?
Gonna have to go check. I mean, visually from where you guys are standing, yes, this door looks like the same design. It has that intricate mix between different types of metals and materials.
Yeah, just a reminder, because Castro so far is the one who checked it out,
Yeah.
and he had a little check, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna look over and see if I can try and open it and look at the door more.
Yeah, I shall assist with that.
Okay, are you trying to? Okay, then do an investigation.
Okay.
With the advantages because I'm assisting.
Yeah, just do the intelligence because this is kind of a mix between investigation and Arcana.
I only have intelligence, so.
11.
Yay!
Okay. This door has no door handles. There does seem to be a slight seam, so that lets you guys know, oh, it probably does open. But apart from that, I will say on T and Scales, you guys, the door is not in superb condition. There's moss on parts of it, dirt, grime, things like that. But you guys do see just the slightest hint of inscriptions that would lead you to believe that at one point, this door was probably enchanted.
I was gonna say, can we tell what? Don't know if we can tell what language the inscription's in. Is it just like arcane, or is it like
arcane runes?
Oh, okay.
Question for the seam: is it just complete down the middle, or?
Yes.
Okay.
double door.
So, you want to try prying this open?
Don't we have more pressing matters to contend with?
I
We
agree.
do, yeah.
I agree, but I would like to see if there's any resources behind this door before we go into war.
But on a conjecture to that, just to play a bit of an advocate here, what if we open the door and there's more enemies on the other side?
Either
Or
way,
if
we
it's
can
like a
fight.
whole like labyrinth, like the last place was.
Labyrinth.
Well, basically the lab was bigger, than we expected. Yeah.
Well, we won't know until we open it, and then we can make a decision. Either way, it's either a fight, a labyrinth, or a passage.
Yeah, but I'm saying we don't necessarily have to go through that. We got deal with the goblins things.
You're right, but is it good to know that it's there?
I mean,
do
the
know
door's
that.
not going
I'm
anywhere.
just saying we can come here later after we clear out the goblins. Is what I'm saying.
Doors shouldn't be going anywhere. I look
Exactly.
around to see if it's got legs or any form of sentiency.
Exactly. That's kind of my
It's hard to tell. You do know that there was, the inscription on the door,
Yeah.
and you remember faintly, like there is animation magic.
I poke it a few times. Jab it out, I
How
think it's
hard are
eye.
you trying to poke it?
Hard enough to be hard, not hard enough to break my finger.
Okay, you poke the door.
Yes. In the seam, so I imagine that's where eyes would be. Like,
Would you like entertain me enough to let me try open it, or are we hard against this?
Oh, by the way, Damon, because I believe Kestrel's out of food. Yeah. Meanwhile, while we're having this conversation, Kestrel's gonna gather mushrooms.
Okay.
10 days worth.
Okay.
Second. I think it's just something we can explore later. Once we clear out these tunnels, then we can have the people from home check it out.
We're the people from home.
That's what I mean, though. I mean, cause obviously we'll check it out before later. But I'm saying, also,
Never a true statement.
I'm just saying we can check it out later, okay?
I mean, Stone, you're the one that's been given the big mission. What do you want to do first? Do you want to take out goblins or do you want to look at the door?
Take on goblins.
I mean, do you have any? You want to try to? You have any pressing questions about the Myconid memories?
I think I covered everything I could.
Well, just a reminder, you all know that she has the memories of it, so
Yeah.
maybe if you guys have an idea to question something.
Question.
How long,
Oh.
did they say the mushrooms would last?
Hard to say, because goblins are already starting to poke out. Could be now, could be a week, could be a year. No one knows.
Yeah.
I-
Stone also says they were, well, not only were the mushrooms getting weak, but they were starting to build resistance to it.
Christian, Damon, just for my own thing. You know the questions that I asked after game? Do I still know those? Or do you want
Which
me
ones?
to? The one if the mushroom knew anything about the octopus fin.
We'll say you ask her.
Yeah. Because
And
I
the
know
answer is no.
I know I
Uh,
sorted out after game, but I don't know if it transferred over.
The creatures this Myconid recognizes from the memories is the old teacher, something amazing, the greenskins when they entered, and then what had become of the greenskins. Plus a few animals and stuff like that. That's about it. And its own people. From what you gather, Stone, the Myconids lived underneath here, underneath the Isles, for a long time, and for the longest time they were just here, isolated. It was a pretty closed, like cave system. It doesn't know where its people comes from.
They don't get out much.
Surprisingly.
Well, when you have a society where all your wants and needs are taken care of,
I was being
do you wanna
sarcastic.
leave?
I have a question. Where are we on? We're right here on the map.
We're here, and the goblin fins are like over here. Eh.
And
And that's the
where
last
the
bastion
door is
bit.
like what here?
And doors there. Yeah.
The exit that the goblins can take, and there's the broody brood.
And this can take quite a few days to travel.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's why she wanted to go ASAP.
Yeah. I think
Time is of the essence.
that's
Agree,
free for a
the
supper.
essence. I just.
I know you have the, what's in the box syndrome, Auntie, but we can literally wait on this box after we done with the goblins.
I'm just saying this is going to take 5 days. What's
Yeah.
2 minutes to open a door?
That's
I'd
not a
open a door, but like them exploring is what you're proposing after.
That's not a
I
boss.
explore.
That's
I
a
want to see
door.
what's behind the door.
I
Behind the door is a way out, an armory, or anything. We need to see what's behind the door before we make a final judgment on where to go.
no, I'd rather the door shut so something doesn't stab us in the back.
We can close it again.
Can we?
Well-
We can't
Well,
even
no,
open the
no.
thing, yeah.
This information may help you guys decide because you guys keep bringing this up. Stone, you would know that the Myconid understands that this area, this door and stuff, and this chamber has been here for a long time, and there's never been a creature to go in and out. So if there's something behind it, unless it has food, water, and air,
So no, it's not a creature.
I mean, possibly not a creature that, if it is an enclosed area, it would be.
Nothing living that requires food, air, oxygen, water.
Yeah.
It's a
And
really
which
important
one also
number.
means like anything that would be in there would be kind of worthless.
What do you mean worthless? It could literally be an armory. Remember when we found all that armor in the last
Yeah,
lab
but
of
remember,
food?
we have guns now. He pulls out his guns, and the armory there had swords
You don't
And,
trust Rick's toys,
you know-
Auntie?
Broken wands.
and broken wands. Yeah. I was thinking it may not be as valuable an armory as you're thinking.
Who wants to do an intelligence check?
And on the me.
Not me, apparently, because no one's gonna listen. Oh, guy with the nose smelling sweets, but oh, someone wants to open a door.
I'll do an
Welcome to
intelligence
D&D.
check.
Okay, do one.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys this for a freebie.
Yeah.
Big brain.
20!
Oh wow. Okay. I was like, I'll set this. It's kind of interesting information, so I'll set it to 20. You got a 20.
Yay!
Okay.
Rifle
shit.
power.
Trying to be nice, but I honestly didn't expect you to get it.
It's because
I
I use the rifle power. Mhm.
You remember the notes. You remember some of the information. Magic is no longer a thing here,
Mhm.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
The armory, yeah, it had stuff that was, out of magic, but you guys did see some stuff that did not seem technical.
Mm.
And within the notes, they would talk about a power source and stuff like that. You guys remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So if it was an arcane nature, there could be potentially stuff that might have a charge.
You're gonna see like the topmost scale on Scales' head just light up like a little light bulb. He's be like, if this is an arcane door, and there's no magic, but if there was no magic, the arcane door would, be easy to open. We can't open this door, so therefore that means arcane magic could still possibly
To be
going
fair,
through it.
no one has made a single attempt.
I know that. Scales is just going on in a
I am
ramblings.
opening this fucking door.
Sit down, pry it open.
Would have been faster if everyone listened to Auntie, but no, we need a Scales brain blast. Auntie's lighting up a cigarette.
Brain bomb.
Yeah, Auntie's literally just.
Everyone trusts the 12-year-old. The 12-year-old that's been holding secrets.
So you guys just stand there?
No, someone was doing a strength check.
Yeah.
Open the door.
Who is?
Auntie.
I thought she was lighting a cigarette.
I thought-
Kestrel said, "Stone, pry open the door," which is literally what Auntie said at the beginning. So Auntie said, "Fine, fuck me," and just lit up a cigarette.
So you guys are just standing there.
Stone, open the door, please.
What? What? No, everyone. Fine, if we're
say
really
please.
doing this, everyone just open the door. Come on.
Okay.
Are you guys all gonna help?
I'll open the
Yeah,
door.
just
Yeah.
everyone
Open.
Okay,
So you're
Stone.
right.
Because I'm gonna be. This is interesting because I've been thinking about a new mechanic for the last few months. So, just to let you guys know, I've never quite understood why, if you have a group of 5 people and you guys try to do a strength check, if every person can technically hold on to the item and try, why doesn't that add to the check?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
Stone, I would like you to roll with advantage, and every additional person will add an additional 1 to the score.
Yay.
Okay.
Not counting the person who's giving you the advantage, though. So
So it's an additional 2.
2. Yep.
Yeah.
2. You get +2.
Alright.
Advantage plus 2.
Yay!
15.
13!
Yay.
Okay. You guys all push behind the door and push and push, and you guys hear the strain of metal and creaking as the door opens about a quarter of an inch,
Jeez.
and you guys are like, oh fuck, that was a lot.
I have a question. Frank's arm. How is this weapon built?
What do you mean?
Is like a large javelin.
Sort of, yeah. It's a polearm, basically.
Can you use that for leverage?
Hang on, before you do that, because, you know, we don't want Stone to break her only weapon here. Let's see what else we got. What about when there are shovels? How about that?
All right, we have a
Door?
crack in the door. I'm gonna take a peek while it's cracked open.
Okay. You hold up your head up to the crack. There is faint light coming from the other side.
I see a light.
That's about all you can tell. Because again, like, you're getting like just the slightest of seams, because it's, you guys budged it just a little bit.
Okie dokie. So, how about, hang on. Just, Kessler takes out his, shovel. How about you try this, Stone? We'll pry it and we'll push the other side.
Will this flimsy thing even work? She's like,
I mean, it dug a hole in the last, wall, remember?
I mean, we literally moved stone with it.
Yeah.
Worth a shot, and we have a spare.
Yeah, exactly.
I will humor them and try it.
Okay. One more time. That's what you needed. As Stone pushes and tries to pry it with the shovel, the rest of you guys put your shoulders up and just heave, and one of the doors opens a little bit more. You guys got it about maybe a foot open.
Squeezable enough or no?
Yes.
Some people may have to breathe in.
Yeah.
Look before we go.
Stairs,
You
stairs,
see
stairs,
a
stairs.
large room with shelves, desks and tables, and large, what appear to be glass containers. 3
Is
of
there
them.
any people in the glass containers?
It's hard to tell from here.
Auntie's brain is firing up with that innate lizard brain of loot, loot, loot.
There
loot,
is
loot,
the tiniest bit of light in here from one of the corners. So a lot of the stuff you're gonna have to go into the room to check out details.
Scales, you're the skinniest one. How about you go ahead first?
I just give him like a deadpan look. At least I'm the skinniest, you won't be able to go through. Go in.
What's the plan? No
I don't
problem.
like when you slither in.
Step in like a snake.
You find yourself in the room.
Cool. Question. You know the trap thingy that was electrocuting the 3 other tanks and we only managed to save the good boy?
Yeah.
Is that particular trap system in there?
You see a couple devices in the corner that have similar design and build, but remember that you guys saw a couple of those contraptions, even in the room you guys were in. You guys do not understand its form or function.
Yeah. I'm squeezing as well. What do I see?
Same thing.
I'll go over to the glowy thingy.
I look at the stone and I'm like, you are me first.
You see in the corner a candle with a very soft blue flame,
Hmm.
and at the base of it, it's like a candlestick, but there's these couple large gems kind of encrusted into it, and there's a faint glow on each of them, and it seems to be thrumming slightly,
Is
and
it
it's very soft and just.
is there any way of identifying them?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Intelligencies.
While she's doing that, we'll check out the rest of the room, see what else is in here.
I would like to squeeze in as well.
5.
It's a candle. You're surprised that a candle's burning this long.
Hmm.
Like it, physically, you're kind of worried because you're like, oh shit, this is a lit candle. That means someone must have been here.
Auntie, do you know anything about blue flames?
Am I through?
Did you walk through?
I'm trying to.
Sure, you walked through.
I get through. What is it? Yeah, I take a look at that.
Is everyone going in the room?
Yes, I imagine. So you coming in?
Quickly make your way in the room.
Okay.
Your guys' shoes are still wet as you know the water from outside is filling up this room a little bit. It's you guys are dealing with like an inch of water now throughout the room.
Alright, Damon, what about me checking out the room, see what else
Okay.
is in there?
Real quick, let me finish this candle bit.
Yeah,
Give me an intelligence check, Auntie.
Whee!
Nice.
The candle, like, Auntie, if this room has been secured here for so long, how the fuck is this candle still in here? Why is it blue?
It's shiny as well. And I just point to the 2 gem thingies. Gem for you, gem for me.
Sure. I don't see any reason no one else has claim to this stuff. Might as well. Whoever's of interest.
What colour are the gems?
Kind of like, like a very faded, not pearl-escent, but kind of like that color of pearl,
Mhm.
but just kind of like fading. It's almost like a clear. It's almost like a clear gem. The light is more that color.
Are you dealing with opal?
Sort of, yeah. It's close. It's close
Okay.
to opal.
Opal.
Think of it like a crystal that was clouded with a glowing opal color,
Gotcha.
and it's very faded.
I'll pick up the candle.
You grab the candle and try to lift it up, and it's adhered to the thing that it's on.
I take a single gem. If I can.
How?
I don't know. I don't know if I can just pick
How are
the
the gems?
If you try to grab it, it's stuck.
Let's
It's
not pick
It's not
anything.
like a gem just sitting on it. Like it looks part of the design.
Okay. It's queer, but let's look at the rest of the room real quick.
Kestrel, what are you trying to look at?
I'm just trying to see what else is in here, because you mentioned, like, just like, what was that, the glass containers and a couple other stuff. Like,
Shelves, then there's some desks, tables, and stuff like that.
So I just kind of want to get a sense of what's in here. Right now, I'm just asking.
Like that. Tell me what you want to look closer at.
Well, I want to see if there's any supplies, kind of what we were looking for.
Pick something to look at.
Shelves, containers, papers.
Containers.
Okay, so that would be the shelves. On all these shelves, you see that there are boxes. All of them are labeled. None of you guys recognize the language. You lift one box up, you open it, and it's filled with dust. And you're like, Okay, you close it, you go to the next one. The next one has like a few bits of metal in it. Close it, put it up, grab the next one, and another one with dust. You start, I'll give this one for free. You gather, based on the smell and stuff, some of the ones that were dust may have been something else. They've just, faded.
Decayed to dust, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably rations that have just been here for eons.
I'm gonna say no to that one. Even
Okay.
Kestrel, with your just basic looking at it, this does not look like meal boxes. This
Gotcha.
looks like storage for something.
Okay. Was there another box or was that it?
There's a whole shelf of boxes
Well, I'm
like
gonna
that.
keep on checking out the boxes.
Okay. Kind of a repeat of that. There's just different materials. Some of them are hard metals. Some of them are like broken down gems. Some of them are, like. There's one that has a plant leaf in it that looked green.
Hmm.
Like someone just ripped a leaf off of a tree.
Could
Hey, has
Okay.
anyone, this is actually the only thing that looks a bit somewhat a lot.
And there's one other one. You do recognize one just because you've spent time with it with Frank. You do recognize the spark. One of them contains spark powder, in its unrefined form.
Gunpowder?
Not spark powder. It doesn't work exactly like gunpowder. Your character doesn't know what gunpowder is.
Okay.
You just know that if disturbed, struck with a spark, or heated up, or any type of energy, is around it,
Yeah.
it reacts violently.
Ooh, actually, I might want to keep that.
And from the look of it, it's very large granules. You did learn from Frank that there is refined and unrefined. The unrefined is way more dangerous and explosive.
Question, Damon. This is something I'm wondering, like, both as a player as well as Kestrel, right?
Okay.
So, if I were to, like, take, like, a jar of this or whatever, right? And, like, would that, like, because, like, basically, this sounds like a good, maybe, weapon down the line, right?
Are you asking if you throw it, will it explode?
Yeah, well, I was planning on throwing it and shooting at it, but, yes.
From what you know of this unrefined stuff, just throwing it might make it explode.
The other flip side of that is it so unstable that, like, just having it on me is, like, risking my person?
Potentially, yeah. You may not want to take any serious falls or anything.
Yeah.
It's
so,
a handle with care kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a nitroglycerin type of situation.
Oh shit, that's even worse. Shit.
I mean,
Yeah, 'cause
people
if you guys know
transported
about
that stuff for
nitroglycerin-
hundreds of years.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
If we are
Okay,
transponder, very,
guys.
very careful.
Good news is I found some weapon. The bad news is it is a highly unstable kind of weapon.
Like in the room size that you guys are in right now, with this amount, because this box is probably about a good, like foot by foot by foot. If this were to go off in this room, you guys would all be dead.
Yeah.
On that note, I'm gonna be leaving the room and getting well back.
You don't know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well,
Sorry.
I don't think Kestrel knows that. Yeah.
Some of you guys, again, I'm basing it off of because you did spend time with Frank,
Yeah,
like
sure,
learning
yeah.
about the weapons and stuff. So because this is something you would have learned about, yeah, you know this.
Okay, I know this. So good news is I found a weapon, guys. Bad news is, like I said, it's highly unstable, and this amount, and he's kind of like holding the box very gingerly, could literally kill everyone in this room.
On that note, I'm leaving the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that note, shouldn't we put that box down and let's not disturb it until we know what to do with it?
Yeah, so, well, you're gonna put it down because that's the water, right?
Not in water, not in the water, not in the
Yeah.
water.
So I put it back on the shelf.
Okay.
Carefully.
Yeah, very carefully. How about the rest of the room? Do you guys see anything else?
I would like to check what else there might be. Hopefully papers that aren't wet or disturbed.
I mean, there's the desks. There's lots of papers and stuff on there.
I would like to shuffle through some.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check. Just intelligence check.
On a side note, I'm
You
gonna.
want in on this before you leave?
She's already left.
I meant she's like poke her head.
I mean, you can.
Everything's fine.
I imagine you can shout through the door.
Yeah.
Let's say, Scales, you want to look at paper? Okay, she's gone. Okay. Yeah, just start ruffling through.
On a side note, I'm gonna be picking up 7 days worth more of mushrooms.
Okay.
Orange ones. That gives me 10.
Okay. A couple things you recognize. This handwriting matches two sets of handwriting that you've seen before.
Really?
Yes. One of them is from the massive amounts of notes that you guys had collected previously, and there are a few bits where it is scrawled with that rougher looking handwriting that appeared to be a different person. Basically, a lot of this is just research notes. Nothing too standoutish. A lot of it covers mostly material research. And there is a section that does cover what is referred to as divine powder. Reading, just going over the description, it does seem to sound like spark powder.
I believe there are some notes here about the explosive thing you just found.
Oh, what does it say?
Basically, it's just experimentations of its yield, its uses, things like that. Possible notes about it being used to basically create a looping energy source that the prime catalyst could potentially be wired in to create a cyclic loop of increased power.
Interesting.
And there is also notes that there is a section that basically talks about this substance is unknown prior to and the notes kind of cut off there, and then it continues with have found it in a few locations around the Isles, mostly underground. Will move research section A to be closer to the source.
Interesting. So you
And across these notes, you do see that a lot of these notes are labeled as laboratory section A research.
I guess either we're in section A or section A is somewhere else.
Well, I
What?
imagine we're in section A because he just gestures to the room. But
There's
you
just a
get to
giant
the room-
A on the door.
Yes, there is. There is.
Wonder what section
There's a
we're in.
label right above the door that says SA1.
So, Auntie, how about you hold on to all those notes, because at the very least, the people back home could maybe learn something from it, because this is an experimentation on stuff they even know.
Yeah, a lot of the other substances and minerals and stuff that are described in these notes, there's no connecting point. There is one, there's one called Brightburn. There's one called Liquid Silver. There's one called Wolf Toxin, Evergreen, Shade Thistle, and Bourbon Pyre.
By the way, Auntie,
Yes.
based on what you just described, was any of them like a plant-like substance? And Kessler describes the plant he saw in that one of those boxes.
A few of them.
Good.
The Shade Thistle and the Evergreen.
Either Shade Thistle or Evergreen.
And what do those potentially do?
I just hand him the two notes.
Shade Thistle, from what you gather, is basically unknown. When consumed by any living creature, it had serious adverse effects, to include complete necrosis of the subject.
Okay, hopefully it's not that. What does the evergreen say?
The Evergreen is a plant that was never previously identified. He talks about the consortium index had never listed such a plant. And there's a note. It ends there, and then the other writing takes over, and it says basically in that section that they continued to experiment with the plant, after they were left alone. Research is the only thing that keeps us going.
Hmm.
But so far, I have found that this plant does not seem to deteriorate or age, even when left without resources, nourishment, and the like.
Hmm.
It seems to still thrive and grow. And that its life force has not been seen since the prime catalyst. And there's kind of like a space where there's like some scribbles in a language you don't know, and then it switches back to common, going, maybe there is a connection between the two. Maybe the catalyst had created this along with the divine powder.
Hmm. So, and also, like, did the other notes say that the thistle deteriorates?
Unknown.
Unknown. Okay. So, based on that, it could be a 50-50 shot that we have either the one that kills you, that if you eat it, or one that just lasts forever, and we don't know what else it does.
Also, this might be the clear thing. Shade thistle is a dark gray color.
Okay, okay. It's like, so
From the
the one
description,
that's,
yes.
so that it's not the shade thistle based on the like look of it.
No.
Okay.
Well, we can plant this back home.
It says yeah, evergreen. So how about this? Because it says it can last them whatever. Anyone got like a jar or something like that? Like actually, speaking of, you said there was jars in this room, right, Damon?
No, there are two large glass containers.
Oh,
What's in
like
those? Because we haven't checked those out yet.
I mean, they're the boxes, but they're okay size. They're like a foot by foot by foot.
But like the last cases what's in them?
glass containers.
Okay. You guys walk up to the containers. They are foggy. You guys begin to like wipe the edge. One of them is empty. Two of them seem to have some type of something inside. Give me a perception check on who wants to, really take a good look at these.
I'll try it.
Have advantage if you want. If I can,
I mean, yeah, I'll take it.
if I can help.
13.
Okay. The right one, it is very difficult to tell what it is. It is dark in color, and that's realistically all you're gonna get out of that one. It's kind of hard to tell whether it's organic, mineral, or what. It is about a foot tall and maybe about 2 feet wide. It just seems like a massive chunk of something.
Okay.
In the other container, looks a little bit more organic. It's kind of moving around a little bit in the container, not like forcefully. There's just the slightest bit of
twitches?
movement. No, not even twitches. It just seems to be just slightly, almost like it's floating in there.
Okay.
It is very long, about 4 or 5 feet in total height. It is maybe about 10 inches in diameter at the bottom part, and at the top it kind of comes to a point. It looks like it could be maybe a tail, an appendage, a tentacle, maybe a snake tail, octopus leg, or something of that nature. It doesn't appear to have like suckers or anything on it, but there is kind of a tentacle vibe to it.
Okay.
Gales, you're gonna want to see this.
I pumped it back in.
And on the label of that one, it says the first, and on the other label, it says the black.
I put those you have put down the explosives, right?
Oh yeah, they're on that shelf.
The explosives are on the shelf.
Oh, thank God.
Safe.
I ponder in. What's up?
We found what looks like a tentacle, I guess, but like it doesn't have any suckers.
Organic.
Oh.
Yeah, some sort of organic like tail-like thing. It's like labeled the first.
I will
It's like in
ponder.
this like glass case, and then there's this other thing that like I can barely see it. Like it's like this black ichorish thing.
I ponder over
It's
to the
black.
tail thingy, take a good look at it. Say, See if
Okay.
I
As you
identify
begin
her.
to approach it, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, damn it. Yay.
Don't get mad at me, okay? Ooh,
I know.
Okay. You as you begin to walk towards it, your eyes begin to fade, where it almost feels like you're about ready to lose consciousness. Something is pushing. You feel queasy, sick, as if you were on the ocean, but you're on solid ground. You almost feel like you're gonna just fade again, but you snap out of it. There is something disturbed inside of you, and it is not happy.
Guys, leave. Leave now. Leave now. Back in the fuck away.
She backs up. Okay.
I'm-
damn.
I'm shouting to everyone else to leave.
Are you backing up?
Yeah. I'm also backing up and saying leave at the same time.
Hang on. I'm gonna grab this. He's actually gonna try to get a jar of that stuff.
What stuff?
The spark powder.
I mean, you could just take the box.
Well, am I able to carry that? Though?
What kind of box is this? Is a big.
It doesn't matter what it's in. It has the potential to blow up.
Well, no, I'm not more about that. I'm just more worried about, like, is it, like, ungainly? Like, am I, like, gonna be carrying this huge fucking box everywhere, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's a 1x1x1 box.
Oh, 1 by 1 is not bad. Okay, I'll take it with me.
It's a sample of it.
Is
Oh
it,
shit! That's just a grenade.
Essentially.
is it properly sealed?
I'll make sure to seal it again.
There you go.
Alright, well, we'll get out of there.
Okay.
See, aren't you- See,
I'm
I
gonna
love
like
the fact
try
that,
and shut the door as much as I can. Like,
you got a lot of rocks.
You
here.
watch as Scales tugs on the door very hard, and nothing happens.
What's wrong
oh,
So
with
watch
Scales?
this.
I don't feel good.
I mean,
Oh,
Scales, like, you know, kind of saw everything that went on. You can be honest with us now.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we need to leave.
Yeah, but I mean...
That thing did not make me feel good.
Yeah, but what happened?
I just looked at her. I think that's exactly what she's saying. That thing made her not feel good, in the literal sense. It was a bad feeling.
It felt like you were losing yourself, Scales, like something
Mm.
was trying to take over.
Yeah, it was like something was. You know how before, Auntie, I said it felt like someone was trying to, invade my head and take control.
Yes.
That.
So stay away from tentacles. That seems
And
like a sensible rule.
Maybe throw the spark stone in there, blow it up, kill it. I don't know.
No, horrible idea, but I kind of want to use it on the goblins.
That, and also, like, we have no idea, like...
I
what-
think we can take on the goblins. I
As
don't
soon
think
as
we
you
can take
start,
on that.
Suggesting
Hmm?
to destroy it,
Hmm?
that sick feeling subsides, and it is almost filled with a pleasant happiness.
Okay.
So I'm concerned.
Which is slightly even more concerning.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like, it's not that bad, guys. Like...
It's the cinnamon pie all over again.
Okay, so here's my question, Scales, for you. Does this feel bad, as in not beneficial for you, or is as in
Not
the
beneficial
thing
for
that's taking
everyone.
you over doesn't like it?
Not beneficial for everyone apart from it.
There was definitely almost a magnetic pull between you and that tank.
Yeah.
Like two magnets or two pieces of something trying to come back together.
Yeah. Let's just say, the moment I thought about destroying the tank, I immediately decided not to destroy the tank because I felt happy about destroying the tank.
Okay, so we
Alright,
know
let's
what
just piece
you
out
were.
of here first, so let's back up a bit before we continue.
And as you continue to keep thinking about the thing, I need you to roll another wisdom saving throw.
Yay! My worst stat.
Jesus Christ.
I am doing well since this is my worst stat. I think.
Damn it, I was really hoping for fun. Yeah, okay.
Did I
I
fail?
could be
You're-
just make up a number, but anyways, as you continue to think about it, you get hungry.
Mm.
and now you can't stop thinking about consuming something long and in a tank.
I just
Don't
like,
worry, we'll get healed.
I'll grab it, like, all of those mushrooms I picked up, I'm just grabbing and grabbing.
I'm gonna
Nom, nom,
just
nom, nom.
say, because you've rolled well against it twice, that whatever is causing this to happen to you
Mm-hmm.
you get the sense it does not like that thing is existing separate.
Ah, I can't say it.
I don't, I'm trying to understand what that means.
He doesn't like there's a separate entity of it.
Think of it as a severed tentacle and wants to be reunited.
Makes more sense. I don't like it.
So instead of
I'm just gonna
killing
start
you-
eating
Now
mushrooms
on the
around.
opposite side of the room.
Yeah, I'm on the opposite side of the room just eating mushrooms, just trying to fill the hunger with something else.
Well,
It's
just,
not.
Come on.
I know it's not, but that's what I'm
Oh,
doing.
you're consuming the mushrooms. Give me a con check.
Yeah. I'm just consuming the mushrooms just to imitate that. To eat something else.
You feel a little gassy.
That's fine. That's fine.
How about let's just go back to the entrance, please, guys? Because
Oh.
we've seen all we need out of this room, so let's go.
As
I'm already
exiting,
there.
I feel justified.
So we're out of the big room, and we're literally like way at the point where we're like,
I consider myself all the way out of the edges eating mushrooms. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum.
With the occasional
Mm.
part.
Oh, I almost forgot one note. Sorry. There was also in the notes that they in the regular handwriting, there was also a discussion about potentially moving section A.
So it's probably a new section A. Or remnants of one.
No,
there might be
move.
yeah. Or there might be a way to actually
To be
move the
more
whole section.
specific, translocate was the word it used.
Okay, that's... Okay, I'm just taking all these notes.
Yeah, sorry, that was a big note I completely just skimmed over.
Yeah, every single note that seems noteworthy is going in a pouch or a bag.
Yeah. Well, as I said, just take all the notes. You know.
Yeah, and there was no other doors or connecting bits to that room.
Okay. So, giant scary tentacle and big explosion powder. I feel justified.
Oh, and also, just so extra detail, the inside of that room that you guys were in matched similar to the stone and stuff that you guys had seen in the previous area. It was not like cave wall; it was carved stone.
Yeah. All right. You guys ready to leave and try to go on this? Try to get to the goblins.
Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom.
All right. Let's get going.
I think there's
Okay.
a small patch just cleared. Mushrooms.
She dislocates her jaw and just starts scooping them down.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys make your way over the, the cave and stuff, and you guys are back in the tunnel.
So, Damon, this is something I've been meaning to ask about, right? Since, like, travel is a thing, right? When it comes to, like, quicken pace in regards to long-term travel, right? Like,
Yeah.
how does that work? Like, will we get more tired out and then, like, it's kind of pointless at that point? Or, like, how does that work?
How it will work is you can push longer.
Okay.
You will be exhausted.
Okay.
Then you sleep. The exhaustion goes bye-bye. The difference being is if you guys get attacked at night, you guys will be facing that combat with disadvantage. So for ambush situations, it's not good.
Okay.
The closer we get over there, the more likely.
Well, the thing is, we've even seen goblins all the way out here. There's like
No.
the one I saw.
Literally right here.
Yeah. Remember, these are their caverns, so anything we see here, like, goblin-wise, consider hostile, and it will try to kill you, so kill it immediately.
Just see Auntie with a gun out already.
Is everybody okay with that? Looks at Scales.
Has a mushroom. Yeah, yeah. Murder, kill, stab, shoot. Dismember it into a million pieces. Nom, 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 nom.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Let me
By the
know
way,
when I'm
how
out of the
good-
mushroom pile.
By the way, Kestrel, how good is your throwing arm?
Pretty decent. I feel I'm pretty dexterous.
Alright, that's good. 'cause-
I'm gonna be just helpful in this one. This is not gonna be a dex item if you try to throw that entire box.
What would it be?
Strength.
Stone. Actually, I think like this would be better on you.
It's a pretty heavy fucking box.
How
You're
am I
probably you're probably carrying right now a good, because spark powder feels very, it's a very dense thing. Like you're probably carrying like a good
I imagine
30
a shot put.
30 to 40 pounds of spark powder.
And how
That's
am I
like
supposed
4
to?
gallons of milk.
And how am I supposed to carry that?
I don't know. I'm supposed to be doing it.
I'm assuming he put it in his bag.
I put it in my bag, yeah. But I think what Scales is or Stone's asking is because she doesn't have a bag, how she's supposed to transport it.
You give her your bag.
I'm glad someone else said it.
Yeah. So hang on, guys, 'cause, how about this? Because I want to give you guys my supplies because you guys two have bags, right?
I think we do.
I'm not putting the explosion in my bag.
No, I'm talking about my regular supplies.
Oh, I'll happily
Yeah,
take your
mine.
supplies.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you guys my supplies. Give Stone the bag where it's just literally just that box, right?
Oh, okay, so you're gonna suicide her.
Not suicide her, but I mean.
Don't just looking at Kestrel. Tears Auntie says, like, why, Kestrel?
Literally, when we get to the the brood room, just toss the bag in there. It'll explode.
You hope it will explode. Over there.
I mean, based on what Frank told me, it will be basically extremely explosive.
Well, you might want to take it out of the bag and throw it, because
I think bigger
ideas
question
extreme-
is how big of explosion, like if we're gonna be 20 foot away from it, are we gonna be okay? Are we gonna be okay at 50 foot, or are we gonna die because it's a 200 foot explosion?
Damon.
Hard to say.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna.
Frank only ever tried messing with unrefined stuff in like a handful size,
So,
and that could make a crater.
let me just point this out. This is a parting gift, not initiation.
Yeah.
This is if we last chance. If we're all gonna die, we might as well go out of a ban. Literally.
Well, no, I would think of it at the starter personally, because that way, they're all like barely weak and surprised.
And then we get caved in.
Yes.
I mean,
Like I said,
actually,
we
wait,
need-
Damon. Like, how realistic is that possibility of a cave-in?
They just said a handful can make a crater.
So yes, this is we have our asses in the exit, throw in the horde, and yeet ourselves out.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, wouldn't that be good as a start then? We throw it in, it caves in the whole brood.
Yeah, and us.
Well,
I'm
we're
saying,
going.
I'm saying we stay out of the entrance. You mean like we're like just out of the room, toss it in the center.
He's
No,
talking about not engaging, just walking, running up to the door, tossing it in, and already starting to book it before it even hits the ground.
Yeah,
As long as we're out of the
Like-
case,
kind of like a nuke kind of option. Like just boom. Like
we're
we're
out of the case system. If we could get out of the case system in one act,
So again, I asked Damon, like how likely would that would be caving in like the whole fucking cave system?
I don't know. I mean, I personally know, but your characters don't.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You-
Can I do a check or anything?
As
or
of
not?
right now, you guys don't know what the structure is like over there.
Okay.
Yeah, we haven't been over there to
So,
actively
is
check.
there a possibility of a cave-in? Yes. Is there a possibility of where it's at? You don't know. It could be fucking reinforced with iron. You don't know.
we have to adjust our plan to what we come across.
Actually, wait. So I got a better question. Because
Okay.
you said Frank would experiment with handfuls of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like she could throw handfuls of it and it would explode?
Well, that's how much she packed into the stuff that she detonated, and it left like a good 5-foot crater.
Yeah, because basically I'm wondering if like Stone could use that as like a range shot, sort of like just like get handfuls of it and like toss it.
Or
I mean, do you want to? I mean, with what you've said about or know about spark powder, do you really trust someone slamming their hand into a pile of it and scooping it out over and over again?
I vote we put the box down and don't touch it ever again.
I vote we keep it on our hands. Hear me out though. This makes about 5 or so trader, you said, right?
For a handful, yeah.
So if the ceiling is low, why don't we throw in top of the at the ceiling of the chamber and crush them all if they don't fit into the, space.
Like I said, that's kind of what I was saying. Just
Can
toss
we
it in
walk
there.
and talk? Like,
Yes, we did,
I assume we are.
Just to let you guys know, I've been. You guys are about here by now. Like you guys are. This is the conversation you guys are having over the day. So
I think we're talking about like how how should we use this highly combustible explosive while Stone has it on her back?
I
She's leading us.
I
What?
vote Stone puts it down. I mean, if you have to do a nuke option, at least let's Stone volunteer for it. Don't just nominate Stone. But apparently Stone's, the nice honourable one.
Well, she is very nice, but
Exactly. I don't want Stone to kick the bucket. I'd rather you kick the bucket. Why don't you do the
Well,
nuke plan?
But it's also like
Sparkly
'cause
eyed.
it's heavy.
So
Stone's the strongest one.
Stone has sparkly eyes. Yay.
Sparking eyes, so it will light easier.
What?
Sparkling eyes, spark powder, light. Okay, I'm done.
Stone, I tried. I tried. Let it be known if you
I've
do
just
blow
made
up,
it
I
to the
tried.
point where there's the cross section.
Okay. Well, you said this cross section was caved off, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So we continue.
Okay.
And again, like Stone's probably leading because she knows exactly where we're going. Rest of us don't.
Yeah, there is another way down to the southern part, just right up here.
Yeah, but we're trying to get to this way over here, right?
Oh no, she's just
Oh.
saying.
I have a question. Is this the
It is
horde?
starting to get
Yeah.
towards evening time.
Yeah, the green
What's
is
the,
the bad bit.
We
It-
feel like it's starting to get towards evening.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are starting to get tired. You guys are right around here-ish.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, we should probably stop before we get to an intersection.
If
This
we
is
stop
probably-
here, we go on.
Yeah, Stone says this is probably as good a spot as any to camp because if we camped over here, there's so many pathways and
If we camp right here, this is the only path we have to worry about.
Yeah, because like the rest of it's all caved in, and we know there's no enemies on that one. So
Question, where are we putting the box or a nap? Because I don't want to deal with an explosion whilst we're having a nap.
What we're going to do is we're going to wrap it in lots of cloth and make sure it is placely and safely set in a bag.
or just gently drop it away from us.
Yeah, I prefer the array and clothed up because
Let's
Well-
take the murder box and push it somewhere else.
yeah.
Yeah, Kestrel, you don't quite understand the full realm of it because, Frank used a lot of terms and stuff that you didn't quite understand.
yeah.
But she did talk about how kinetic energy would be something that could set it off.
Okay.
So wrapping it might not actually help if it has movement inside.
Okay. Yeah. Don't do that then. Wouldn't matter.
Just put the box away from the camp, like far away from the camp, preferably in the other room.
Personally, I'm just gonna say put it this way because I'm just gonna point this out here. There's no exit that way, so we're fine.
Okay.
Stone walks like 50 feet away and sets it down. Returns back to camp.
Let it be known.
Not gently, just.
Let it be
Very
known my
carefully.
bed fin's the furthest away from the box.
Sure.
All right.
But-
Also, considering that there's a death box and only one way where there's enemies, I think we could probably do one watch rotation.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So that way we have more time. Although scales.
You
Hmm?
mean less time?
Huh?
You mean take less time?
Yeah, take less time. You know what I'm saying, yeah. Because you know how we've been doubling up on watches
Yeah.
before, and you said yeah, so regular watch. But scales though, I understand you had your issues with the tentacle, so
Yeah, I'm not
wants to
taking a
with
watch.
you.
Yeah, yeah. Stone,
He
can I
wants to
take
with
watch with you?
or- yeah.
How about this, Scales? When you take watch, you could just be beside me. I'll sit at the front of the camp, and if anything happens, you literally just have to punch me in the arm.
No offense to you, Auntie, but if you don't mind, I'll rather take a watch with Stone because I'm just looking at Stone and then looking at Auntie. I'm
Stone
pretty
is,
sure
like,
Stone can.
grabbing her bag and she's flexing while she does it. Like,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Stone could crush me in one grip in case I decide to go for the murder box and try to kill you all.
And after the flag, she does like a little wave, like hi.
You know what? I'm fine with that.
I imagine she like did the super Macho Man like flex. Like,
Ah.
she's like, "Hey guys, if you need me, I'll be sleeping over here."
Yeah.
Hey, Kestrel, do you need tickets for the good show?
But I have my guns right here.
Alright, so I shall rest.
Okay, first watch.
I know who's.
No,
First watch.
we didn't do the order.
We never done the
Doesn't
order.
really matter. Who's gonna do it first?
I'm with Stone, so.
Okay. How about we just do our first?
Okay, I can vote that.
Yay.
Yay. I look away from the murder box.
Okay, give me those perceptions.
Haha, 10.
15.
Okay, and Scales, go ahead and give me one other wisdom saving throw.
Damn it. Do you really want me to fail?
It's not my fault you don't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
To be fair, you'd be a bit stupid not to think of a murder box.
Okay.
Wrong thing.
Your guys' watch goes by uneventful.
Yay.
I do occasionally, sometimes occasionally ask you, still, you okay? Just like,
I'm good. I'm good. I think.
Imagine you just poke her while you do that. Just jab. You okay?
We haven't exploded yet. We're good.
Next watch.
sleepy, sleepy, sleepy.
I guess I'll take it.
Yeah. I'll wake Auntie up.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all good so far.
Alright, wisdom, correct?
Nip, nip, nip.
No, Constitution. Of course was.
Charisma.
I'd rather it be charisma. 14, do anything?
No.
Well, if my watch goes uneventful, I'll wake up Stone, and then I'm going to crash into my sleeping bag.
Stone
Not
again?
Stone.
Or Kestrel.
Speaking of Stone, halfway through your watch, she rips a mean one, and it almost gives you a heart attack because you instantly think the box just exploded.
Wait, who's getting this realization?
You.
Oh, jeez. She's
Oh, no, Auntie.
Oh,
Yeah, halfway through Auntie's watch,
Mm.
Stone farts, and it's
Okay.
so loud and abrupt. Like, you're like, oh shit, okay, I thought it was the box.
Alright, wake Kestrel up for his watch.
Okay,
Okay. I do my watch.
okay.
Everything?
This cave.
Alright, so no. Okay. When it's time, I wake everyone up.
You do so.
Alright, guys, nothing happened. Don't forget the murder box.
I live.
I tried to forget the murder box. Ah. No.
I will be careful with the murder box. Someone goes back and
It's a
just
very big
thinks about
responsibility, Stone, so I trust you with it.
how kind of you.
You're the smartest of us all, Stone.
Okay,
That's a lie.
now, just to let you guys know, you guys needed the food and water from last night. So,
Yes.
who was not drinking water?
I have the brown rusty water.
Okay, I
I
need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
I
Also,
will be
by the
drink.
way.
I'll be drinking purple cave water.
Okay.
I also had the mushrooms, by the way. That's all the food I had.
I'm gonna need to bum food and water.
I can give you one of my orange mushrooms and one of my purple waters.
I'll take it. Thank you.
I'll take it too.
Um, Everyone who's having purple water, no Constitution saving throw. Everyone who's eating mushrooms, which is everyone at this point, I need you to roll me a Constitution check.
Hang on, who's giving Stone food and water?
You.
Okay. So that's another purple water and another mushroom. So, and what's the constitution for mushrooms?
Yep. Jesus Christ. Okay, Auntie. You wake up and you're not feeling so fresh and so clean.
No.
I'm not so dozer.
You may have pooed your pants a little bit. The rest of you guys, especially Scales, your stomach is roiling.
No.
I have to carry this adventurous forfeit.
Kestrel, I need one more con check from you for the mushrooms.
Yeah.
Stone and Kestrel, you're fine.
Iron stomach.
Yeah, the next time, just bleh.
So as Scales runs off into a corner and goes and shits somewhere down in the tunnel. Yeah, you guys are ready.
Does it smell like cinnamon?
No,
Oh.
it does not.
That was a lie.
It was literally a lie of the brain.
We're gonna have to tell, I don't know, who we talk to about disinfecting these suits after we're done.
I'm getting
Oh.
a freaking helmet with the air filter. It's the last thing that kills me.
I mean, realistically, at this point, the smell isn't that bad because you guys fucking reek. You guys can't tell though. You're dead to it.
I am getting.
Nose blind.
We're gonna go into town and we're gonna kill all the population due to our stank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. You either have to give us, like, you know, like those, like, super showers that they give people who are, like, been affected by radiation.
Oh yeah.
They have to do that, like, you have to full on, like, scrub, like, wearing hazmat suits, just like...
I bet none of us go near the child when we get back.
Oh yeah, definitely. Gotta...
I mean, Frank did invent a pressure washer.
Good.
There we go, we may need that. Alright, Stone, lead the way.
Okay, Stone, give me your perception check. And I'm assuming that you guys are going to be taking the left path,
Oh,
Most direct path, I guess.
yeah. I assume so.
which is boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Trying to think of passive. Okay. You guys make it through here. Uneventful. Nothing crazy. Get to here. Once you guys get to like this point, the tracks in the footpaths of the small goblinoid feet are rampant. Like this is heavily used. And then when you get to here, Stone continues to walk, and Stone continues to push forward. And Kestrel, you hear footpaths and basically you hear people moving ahead of you.
Guys, I hear people.
Stone takes like 1 or 2 extra steps. Huh? What was that?
I take Gunno. Both guns.
Guns out,
Luckily,
yeah.
your passive perception was high enough. Yeah, it sounds up at the intersection. There's movement. You'd have to get closer to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Okay, Kessel's gonna, like, tell people to kind of crouch down, right? And he's gonna say, I'm gonna sneak up ahead just to see what we're dealing with.
Okay, but first sign of trouble.
Oh yeah, first time in trouble, please rescue me.
Okay, give me a
Well,
stealth
remember
check.
your sacrifice, Kestrel.
I was gonna say, do we have to?
Stealth check.
I know what Dex, yeah.
Yes. Okay. You proceed to move forward, which is difficult because you're moving away from the light source.
Yeah.
But you continue up, and at this point, you really can't see much, but you are kind of low, keeping yourself to the cave wall and stuff like that, so you
Mhm.
don't lose your footing. And you do hear movement, quite a bit of it,
Mhm.
and you hear the, like little clittering and clattering.
Mhm.
But you also hear something else, but not from your ears.
Hmm.
This rests inside of your mind.
Go, go! The Queen calls. Everyone to the fort.
I'm gonna double back.
Okay.
Learn how to speak Goblin.
Uh, I'm gonna say it again. The noise you were still hearing the clittering and clattering. This was in your head.
Yeah.
I know it's the mushrooms we've been eating, but also, or the one connection from the myconid, but I'd like to imagine we learn Goblin.
So after a few moments, you guys see Kestrel crawling his way back, but in a hurry.
Yeah. It looks like they're trying to meet up with the. They says they're trying to meet up. With, everyone's trying to meet up with the fort or something.
They
Probably
said.
the. Well, it's weird. Like I felt like a, basically, like a voice in my head. Like, and it sounded like, for lack of a better word, a
I
ghost.
will say it felt, and even like there, it was accompanied with not just words but sensations and
Mhm.
stuff. Like
So
you
basically, I relayed
visualize,
everything I said. Yeah.
yeah, you almost visualize just mass of these creatures moving. Like you saw imagery of that, like the intent of like let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did it sound like one of the mushroom, like the mushroom person?
It did not sound
Finn?
like a mushroom person. No, it sounded like one of those things, but like had a voice.
I mean, these things are very mushroomy, so makes
Like
sense.
you could understand it.
Weirdly enough, yeah, it was in my head, kind of like the mushroom, but like, yeah.
Maybe because we ate so many mushrooms, we got like side effect telepathy?
I need some more empathy.
I think it could be just well. Anyway, beside the point. There's a whole bunch of guys right here. Soon enough. Do we take them on?
They were moving away.
Away. Okay.
Well, they're going to the direction we're going.
Like
Actually, yeah, because
it felt like there was some coming towards the intersection, but none were getting closer to you. They seemed to move towards the intersection, and you also heard people moving away. I'll let you infer that information how you will.
I say we be ready and press forward.
okay.
Press that.
Press forward. Okay. Just be ready. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, I because you were going at a pretty slow pace to get back and forth because of the dark and stuff. Um, you guys make your way towards that intersection, and all is silent.
All right. Well.
I was gonna say that's a good thing.
Yeah. Well, they may have already moved on, so let's press on.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys continue on, and continue, and continue, and continue, and continue, and you guys are starting to get tired.
Time for a nap again? Or shall we press on?
While we know we're in danger now, pressing on doesn't seem to be wise.
Yeah, I agreed.
Where are we at currently?
Yeah, I want to know that as well.
Right around here.
Okay, so another two paths to look.
So I don't want to do the whole 2 hour, or what do you call it, double watch. But
I mean, we could do what we did before.
yeah, I think we should do what we did before.
1 works.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with stone though.
Okay.
Just rip my heart out while I don't. I'm kidding.
I mean, if you want me to risk exploding everyone, yeah, I'm not.
You wanna be honest? I'm fine with stone as long as we all live.
So, question: where do we put the murder box now?
That's a good
Hooray.
question.
Just array behind, for
Yeah, but you're saying which direction?
'Cause if it
behind.
does go off, do you guys want to be trapped with the goblins, or just completely block off the goblins and fuck all of home?
I would prefer probably the box be on this side.
Yeah, I prefer that way as well.
So you guys are choosing the goblin death. Got it.
At least we know there's still an exit that way.
Better or worse.
We still know that there's an exit that way, and we've got to block off the goblins anyway. If we block off this way by accident, then we just let the goblins run free.
Yeah, then home's just fucked. Yeah. Okay. I'll do watch for stuff this time.
Okay,
Alright,
I nap
Okay.
away from the box.
I'll take last watch then, so we have the two in the middle.
Okay. First off, let me just start off because you guys had food because I fucked up yesterday. I made it in the morning. So everyone, who's having purple water?
Okay, so I have the heads up for other people. 4 purple waters. If people are taking both of mine, that's gonna leave me with 1 left.
How
Of
many more
purple
days travel
water.
do we have? How many more days travel do we think we have?
Probably like 2, 3 more.
Yeah. I have a. Let me
About
see.
2 days.
In total, I have 4 purple and 2 browns, so I've got at least another 2 days to cover everyone, water-wise.
I'll roll a brown.
Damon.
See,
Where's the area with the moss and the purple? No, quote unquote purple
I think it
water.
was here, right?
here.
I have stuff in. I have my pocket.
Okay, right there.
I was gonna say, Stone, do you want to work a brown water or do you want a purple water?
Purple.
Thought so. So 2 purples and 1 brown used,
Okay.
and I'll give people all me food.
You don't have to give me anything. I got mine.
Yeah, I'm all about the
I
2
need a
people.
food.
Yeah.
Someone was saying the room with the purple water is down this way.
Yeah, that's super far though.
What spot was
Yeah, it
what
is.
spot was this one?
Turd room.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You'd have to go back to the third room.
Purple grass and turd. That's
Yeah.
those are
Yeah,
the
red-
symbols for that.
Red means dead. Purple means good water.
Mhm. Okay. So, is there a check for brown water?
Yes.
That's for Auntie then.
Yeah, I need
Yeah,
to do
baby.
2 cons.
And 1 con for everyone else?
Let's get these ones real quick. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That's-
Scales, your belly continues to rumble. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know how many more days you're gonna be able to eat this before you're just gonna, turn into a shit factory.
Yeah.
Auntie, you know, your stomach is rough too, but you hold on. Stone,
I went with purple.
No.
you still need mushrooms.
Yeah, mushroom one.
Alright. Right.
Okay. You do great. You see that everyone else kind of grabbing their bellies a little bit, going like, "Rrr." You're like, I'm fine.
That I just drink some of that.
Okay. First watch.
Alright, my watch. Yeah. 10.
Okay. About 2 hours into your watch, you feel the ground begin to rumble and shake. You hear a loud cracking of stone coming from the east.
Oh no.
feel like an earthquake?
Yeah, it's an earthquake.
Okay.
After a few moments, it subsides and stops.
Okay. No
Always
big boom,
can-
is there?
That's all.
Okay. And yeah, continue my watch time.
That's all.
Okay. I wake up the middle two, Stone and Scales.
Coolio.
Okay.
I shall watch.
And right at this point, as you begin to wake them up, as you guys are waking up and he's waking you up, as you guys are like, hey, it's time for you to wake up, you hear all of you movement coming from the east.
Well,
I dart my eyes over. Be like, hmm. Yeah, you might want to wake Auntie up as well.
Auntie, wake up.
what?
Got some movement. Get your
As
nose out.
you hear the pattering of feet coming towards you guys. And it doesn't take very long at all until you see movement.
I can begin tell.
And in your guys' head, intruder, intruder! And you see the creature start to begin to rush towards you.
Cool.
Taking shots.
Initiative.
Yay!
Yay.
Pocket initiative.
Shit, where's it? Oh, there's initiative. 8.
Oh, I hit int instead of initiative.
4.
You barely realize you have to get ready.
Dear God.
You guys are lying to me. I'm gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
How bad's the break it? Ah, fuck it. Fuck. You guys got it.
You think it's a
Okay.
dream?
Stone, you're up.
Okay.
They're currently about the distance of the boom boom box.
Oh shit, yeah, that's right. We got the box.
Yeah.
So they're about a good like 50, 60 feet away. We'll say 60.
Question, just for my own personal thing. Is it us then Boomer Box then goblins, or is it us then
They're
goblins be
like
us?
a foot away from it right now.
Okay.
And they are behind the boom box.
Okay. I'm gonna move. I'm just gonna move 10.
Okay?
I'm gonna ready my Frank arm. I will
Okay.
go. I'll go Lance this time. Sure.
Okay?
I will end my turn there.
Okay.
And yeah, but before that, someone's gonna say they're near the box. Hold your fire.
Okay. Kestrel, your go.
Still hold your fire, love. What else am I?
All you have is fire.
Yeah.
It's your decision,
mean-
man.
Ah, fuck, I'm taking a shot on one of these fuckers.
Okay, go ahead and roll the attack.
You're 10 feet ahead of me, it's fine. Let's again that one.
Okay. You hit.
The box.
Fireworks kept exploding over here.
Alright, oh yeah, forget the
Head goes boom. As it
Ooh,
begins to like
French.
move forward, like it gets like one step, and boom, head just gone.
Okay. I believe that's all I can do for now, so I have my turn.
Okay. Looking over at the head explosion, the other one turned tail and just starts fleeing. At this point, you guys can no longer see it.
Good.
Oh, this is burnt.
Scales, your go.
Cool. I am going to.
You guys didn't get a word, but you all mentally got the image of fuck.
Cool.
Mood.
I'm going to look in the. Hang on, I'm trying to recall for my own sake. If box is that way, that's correct, yeah? Box
Yes.
is in this direction? Cool. I'm gonna look in this direction and make sure nothing's coming from behind.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Ooh.
I see nothing.
It's a dark cave.
Cool. I'm just gonna shoot. Ready my thingy. I know I used my
Okay.
action, but yeah.
Yeah. You just stand there.
I just stand there.
You're staring in the dark abyss.
Yeah.
Taking aim.
Okay. Auntie.
I guess I might. We heard them all run fuck, right?
There was only 2 of them.
There was only 2 of them, and one of them. Did they both run away then?
One
One
for
is
sure.
currently lying down on the ground without a head.
Okay.
One said the other ran away.
Okay. I'm just gonna have my gun to my side and just be wary.
Okay. Stone.
Okay. Right there. Yeah, Stone's gonna say they probably came in from their old brood spot in the south. Give chase?
Should we give chase actually?
Keep it short. No discussion time.
No, not yet.
Stone, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna wait. In my turn.
Okay. Kestrel.
Is he still in range?
No, you do not see them anymore.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna move up 30 feet and just say, hang on a second. Do I see
You
him?
move up 30 feet. You do not see them.
Alright, back up. Yeah, I don't see anything.
Back up how much?
Back to all the way back to 30 feet. It's kind of like
Okay.
I
You use your
imagine-
action to dash.
Well, not dash. I just yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
30 feet is my
Yes.
range,
Yeah.
You okay that movement back once you go to 30?
So, Stone, you're just sitting there with your weapon ready. Kestrel runs forward, looks, and runs right back behind you.
I don't see him again. I think he's gone. Entering.
Okay, is anyone going to try to pursue?
No, but I will be
no,
readying a shot if anything comes this way.
I asked, is anyone going to pursue?
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay, combat has officially ended.
Okay. So, alright, you guys keep watch. Again, if anything comes by, shoot it, but, like, don't pursue. We're not at the shape to pursue yet.
Agreed.
Alright, I gotta get some sleep. I'm tired. He says it's like, he's like, Stone, Scales, keep an eye out.
I believe it will be. Is it Auntie's now, or is it still Stone's?
No, it's ours.
Stone and Scales, yeah.
Yeah, we woke you up early. Did the fin. Go back to sleep, Auntie.
Don't be watching
Al-
this way.
Already, I imagine Auntie honestly never woke up at this point.
Okay, let me get some perceptions.
Yeah.
Pocket set.
Eh.
Not really.
10.
It is a cave.
Cool.
Cave life, huh?
Yep.
Mm.
I don't just don't sing the scales.
At least it ain't a forest. Be a bit concerning if we woke up in a forest. Bear in mind we're in a cave. Cave life.
Okay,
Cave
what?
life.
Next
Like,
watch.
Auntie, it's Yoko now.
Auntie. Boop.
Alright.
And why not? Give Auntie an extra boot.
Nat 20.
Nice.
You hear all of your allies breathing. And just kind of echoes in here, and you're like, Jesus fucking Christ. That's all.
Alright. I'll wake them up whenever my watch is over.
It's over.
I wake them up.
Alright, don't forget the murder box.
Is the murder box still there?
Yes.
I gently pick up the murder box.
Just by the way, check if there's still stuff in there.
Okay. I gently check if there's still stuff in the murder box.
Yes. The murder box is still filled with murder.
Perfect.
Are
Good,
you
okay,
happy now?
I am very happy now, yes.
God intended.
I would like to gum at my missing fan to see if there's another fan going through.
No.
Oh. Sad Scales is sad.
Alright, let's get going.
Need the waystone?
Okay. Give me a wisdom check, Stone.
Alice is sure she needs it.
Haha, fine.
Yes, she does need it.
Okay. You guys continue through. I'm just gonna cut the bullshit. You guys get another day through there. You guys have made it to about here.
Oh, thank God.
Going through this section is kind of at a down, a down route. There's like slight decline to it. So you guys' pace is naturally sped up through here.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool beans.
Okay, so, we'll, I guess rest again, if we're at that point.
Everyone who's rolling, you guys know what you need to roll for now.
Yeah.
For a heads up for other people, I have 4 mushrooms left, so I can feed people. I have 2 cave waters, which I'll be taking 1, so 1 cave water and 1 rusty water.
I have rusty water, plenty of it.
Here.
I'm must
I'll-
speak for
I'll
Stone
take
and
the-
Dante.
I'll take the rusty water this time.
Yeah, I get clean water.
Okay, everyone roll the con for mushrooms, and everyone who's drinking rusty water, drink rusty water.
How many rusty waters am I giving out?
None, because I've been drinking and feeding people.
Oh, because the other people needed it, right?
Yeah, I
You
gave it
have
to him.
roll.
You gave it to him? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got 18. Alright, second one. 50.
Okay, so Kestrel, where's
Sorry.
Scales? You get halfway through your meal,
Mhm.
and you shit your pants.
Oh.
There's no warning. There's no nothing. You just feel a slight just shift in your belly, and then suddenly, oh, and it's just out.
I'm just gonna look at her and say, yes to it.
I'm just gonna cry.
Like you just kind of shift a little bit, and you can feel it. Ooh. And this ain't like a auntie, like a little poop. This is like a full-blown you shit your pants.
I'm gonna flat out just get out of my suit. I'm not gonna care at this point. I'm gonna try and clean myself up, try and get much as the poop out as possible from the suit. I know I'm standing there naked. I don't care. I'm
Gail
covered
goes
in
10
shit.
feet away from the camp, takes her suit off. You have your underwear on.
That
and
probably
she
needs
just-
coming off as well.
Yeah, and you just see her basically grab the suit by the ankles and just kind of shake it.
There, sweetie.
She's crying
Um,
throughout this whole time. She's lost her
Are you
fans.
just gonna toss your underwear?
Yeah, I'm tossed it. I'll go
She
commando.
just tosses it. She's still covered in stuff. I mean, unless you want to sacrifice some water, you're not gonna be able to get it all off.
I have, let me think. Because I only have,
I
I don't have any water, so I can't anyway. I have a mushroom, a singular mushroom.
I have brown rusty waters still, but I don't think it would make that much of a difference look-wise.
It would make it.
Exactly, yeah. You're trading one brown stain for another, essentially.
Yeah, you
I
put
mean,
your
I'll
suit
happily
back
give
on.
you my suit for your water. I don't have any water.
I mean, you put your suit back on.
No,
It's a little bit lighter,
I
huh?
was actually asking Kestrel. I mean, I'll take that trade. You want my suit and I'll take your water.
No, I was asking if you wanted to clean your suit. I can't fit in your suit. It's made for a girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take the water. I'm not going to use it to clean my suit, though. There's no point.
Oh, yeah, no, totally, yeah.
Okay, you
give
put the
one,
suit
but
back
I'm
on.
not-
And on how much?
It's-
And how much water you give me?
I'll give you one for the day if you need it, but like,
Cool.
it's obviously like for the group, you know.
I will note my one water. I'm not using it though.
Yeah.
She's had a bad time in this cave. She hates
Yeah,
caves
but-
now.
Yeah. Group vote, we never go into caves ever again after this.
Agreed.
No.
Okay, so that's that. Now, boom, boom. Okay, whose was Rusty Water?
I had also rusty water.
I'm gonna say first one's Mushroom, the second one's Rusty Water. You do not feel good, Kestrel. Like you start getting shivers and stuff like that. Your belly feels like it needs food, even after you had the mushrooms. Like you're just getting sick and weak.
Right side. This is preparing you for when we're all older.
You will be at disadvantage
Okay.
the next day on skills checks and attack rolls.
Oof.
Exhaustion.
Yes. You do not sleep well. It's rough.
Okay.
And there was no other Rusty Water, was there? Who else had Rusty Water?
Stone did.
Stone, again, you're fucking fine.
I said she has an iron stomach. Mine like weakened after like 2 days.
I can't afford to be not fine. Come on.
So much is going wrong, I can't not be fine.
Yeah, it's Kestrel's bad enough that it's noticeable to the rest of you guys as well. Like he is not looking great. And Auntie, you
Yes.
poop your pants a little bit again. You gotta let out a fart and just a little bit slips out.
I just resign myself to my fate.
Stone is just watching everyone else is reacting badly to this food, and Stone is just like, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
Like you see me
Just-
curled up, getting the chills, just like you know, like these two poop their pants. You're just like, how long until I'm like them?
Skills is just crying. She's had bad tentacle dreams. She's lost her favorite tooths. Most of her other favorite tooths.
I thought all of them were your favorite tooths.
They are all my favorite tooths. I have my two favorite teeth.
Okay, first watch.
um,
Probably not Castro considering he's shivering. So whoever else.
imagine that'll be Auntie then. If we're doing
Sure.
Auntie Stone Scales, Kestrel.
I think I picked it from this. 10.
Nada.
If I got nada, then I wake them up after it.
Okay.
I saw nothing.
Okay.
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 Alright, Scales, do you want to watch this side, or do you want to watch this side?
I wanna watch the side the murder book's in on.
Fair enough.
Give me a second, because I gotta find my disease and filth chart.
Damn it.
I'm sorry, I never
I
thought
know.
I had to use this, but you guys are literally sitting in now days of shit. So I gotta check my chart.
I know.
Okay, you guys are good for now, but you guys will have to make checks in 2 days.
That's fine. We'll be out of the cave in 2 days, I hope.
Let's see.
So yeah.
I shall do me wisdoms.
Watch, like even after we beat the goblins, we'll be like shuffling out of the place and like home, like I think we're like zombies.
You guys can't pay Eds because you guys get shot because you guys are all sick and ill for mundane reasons.
I was gonna say, did you want me to do a wisdom save for the potential
No.
murder stuff? Okay.
I did not ask you to.
I'm just asking is all. 16 for the watch then.
Is anyone going on the watch? Okay.
Pocket watch.
Okay. Scales.
Mm-hmm.
You notice a good like 20-30 minutes into your watch, you notice some movement coming from behind. It's trying to be sneaky,
That
but
way
it's
or
not.
that way? Because I was fixing that way.
East.
Okay. Hey, Stonia, did you see something over there? I think I saw something move.
Did I, DM?
As she points it out, you look at the very edge. You can see a small
Okay.
creature just kind of looking. It goes back to hiding.
What should we do about it?
Well, if it's a goblin, we need to take it out. But if it's just going back to hiding, maybe we can keep watch till we get a better shot. At least the auntie know.
Okay.
Not Auntie Kestrel. Never mind.
Auntie Kestrel.
Yeah.
Of course.
Unless you want to run up there and smack it with your big stick.
Well, since it's on my side, I'll go check it out.
Okay. As soon as Stone gets up and starts heading over there, Stone, you see the creature and just skitters off.
That's what I thought. Just goes back to their sewer spot.
It's hard to tell, but there is a small mushroom kind of growing out of its forehead on the left side, and it does look like the one that kind of ran away the other day.
Yeah, like a video game guard. But unarmed weapon just like goes back to the spot.
Where did you go? Get out of there!
What was that noise?
I'm waiting for you. You know,
Must have been my imagination.
yeah, must have been my imagination.
Let me get back to my post.
Atypical video game bad guy dialogue who's on watch.
Arrow sticking out of eye. Must have been my imagination.
Now that's Skyrim when you have way too much of a broken character.
Yeah.
Aside from that, anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Probably towards the end of your watch, it comes back.
How many times do I have to teach you this? I go back up to it again.
As soon as you begin to move again, it just skitters away.
Then go back to my post.
Okay. But your guys' watch has ended.
I boop Castro. Boop.
I nap.
It hurts everywhere.
It does. It really does.
Is it my turn?
Unfortunately, yes.
Uh,
So that the little one from before keeps coming back.
okay.
I keep scaring it away. Every time you get close to it, it just runs.
If I get closer, I'll blast its face off like it's buddy.
He holds his arm out with the gun. It's like waving all around. It's not stable.
Stone like duck her head every time he like points in a direction. Like oh.
If I hear Kestrel say that, I want to move a bit further away from the murder box.
Okay.
Alright.
I just get a feeling Kestrel's going to accidentally shoot the murder box.
Do you just go like 10 feet away?
10 feet away from the furthest person that's furthest away from the murder box.
I like how you guys keep putting up these like random distances. You guys have no idea what this explosive yield is.
Here we don't, man.
So it's like, I moved 10 feet away. It has a 1,000-foot blast radius.
I don't know that though.
I know, it's just funny. It's funny to see that humane, or that human, like, just that false sense of security.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, 10 feet away from the furthest person.
Okay, you do stuff. Go ahead and, oh yeah. Yeah, Kestrel, it's quiet. You don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. There ain't no fucking goblin. It's cold though, and it's not good. But I guess your watch goes uneventful?
Time to wake up, guys.
That was.
I'm up.
I just sigh. Just,
Same drill.
Okay.
Second verse, same as the first.
I can think third verse at this point.
Stone, as you go to grab the box, you see the creature, and it just kind of skitters away again.
There it was again. Me. This point I'm like doing like more like shoot, just kind of like thing.
No.
Bad.
And since you did move closer, you do get in your head as it begins to flee. Imagery of more of it and must get to. Time for war. You don't really get war, you just see like imagery of a big clash.
Okay, one second.
There's definitely a sense of urgency to it. And as you pick up the box and move back with the group, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break.
Yeah.
Alright, awesome. I shall be back.
Yeah, I'll BRB too.
It's all good. I need a break.
I'm going to be a little upset if you guys died of dysentery.
I mean, what's the game people play where you can die of dysentery?
A few of them.
The old classic one that everyone goes
Few
on
of 'em?
about. What's the famous one where it's the caravan and it's all about...
Oh, Oregon Trail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
I was a king at fucking Oregon Trail.
I never played it. I don't want to.
Because there was this one year where we had like the computers in our class, like there was like 8 of them, and you know, our teacher was super fucking dumb and lazy. Every single day, the curriculum was like 10 minutes to an hour of class, and then the rest of the day you were just doing like work or projects and stuff like that. And me being me, I would hurry up and get it done as quickly as possible so that I could go play Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
I probably logged more hours in Oregon Trail than I did in class that year.
Nice.
Yeah, and I had like a game that it was just ridiculous. Like I knew all the ins and out of it. Like, oh, it was so bad.
I'd like to say we had a Janice in the chat for a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Janice. Jonas isn't there anymore, but hello.
Late Janice, call out. You just gotta watch this, you know, on demand.
Yeah.
It's on demand because the only people who watch it are demanding it, which is basically no one.
I watch it. I demand it. Yay.
When was the last time you watched an episode?
When
When have you ever watched an episode?
I watch you live, obviously.
No, that doesn't count.
Totally counts.
No.
Yeah. Well, I don't like hearing the sound of my own voice. It's weird.
Okay.
We also have another TV viewer, yay, lurks, and a thicker.
I don't recognize that one.
I don't recognize that one. I think that might be an actual person. It says we have one viewer, and I'm on the low initiative church, so I don't know if that would count us for watching it.
Yeah, I believe it does.
Oh, I don't know then.
I don't know. We could always be like, hey, fucker, say something so we know you're real. You're a piece of shit if you don't say anything. Your mother never loved you.
Oh, that's mean.
I'm trying to incite them to say something.
I know, but
Don't
that...
tell them. It's reverse psychology.
Hmm.
It doesn't work if they know.
I will give you 3 puppies if you say hello.
She's lying. Just to let you know.
Alright, I'll give myself 3 puppies because you said hello. Yeah.
God, why are you lying to our audience like that?
I mean, it's better than saying that their mother doesn't love them.
Yeah, but that could possibly be true.
And I mean, there's puppy emotes. Yeah, I could do like puppy emotes.
You didn't say I'll give you a puppy emote.
I could do puppy emotes. 3 separate puppy emotes of different breeds. So yeah.
Well, then say that next time. Say that you'll give a puppy emote.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Ah.
Damien's trying to initiate someone to talk to us in the chat by insulting their mother, or insulting them by using their mother.
No, I bet you their mother's a nice person. They just happen to not love them.
That's mean.
That's what I said.
Or honest. You never know. I could be right. Statistically speaking, there's a decent chance.
I know. I'm silly mothers as much as you are.
Depends on the day, really.
I literally can't say any comment to that. I'll just no. On the one hand, I would like to just be like, I've never studied a mother, but I don't like to lie.
He's awful at it. It's adorable. There is one thing nice. We have 1,569 views. Yeah.
Yeah, no one else watch it. Oh man,
Wow.
this would have been a very different traveling experience if you guys got here before you made it over to the Mike and Nid side.
Oh, very much so. We would have left. I want to burn. All that stuff.
There would have been a lot more fights.
We probably would have, kicked the bucket. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
because the goblins have been offering you guys a lot of resistance so far.
I've had more of supplies life. And remember, up until we came to that room, we were basically on
Yeah. We got a lot of food then.
I mean, sure.
It's like, bad food, obviously.
That was choices, okay? You guys could have easily gotten food from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's always one point.
No, it's not.
I was gonna.
Can't use that phrase anymore because 2020 happened.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, this year hasn't been a year of hindsight. It's been a fucking year of people just doing obviously stupid shit.
In the fantasy world, well, then deal with this. Mushroom goblins want to kill us all. That's one problem.
And, a snake woman getting possessed.
Yeah. And a murder box.
Actually, out of curiosity, Damon, can you explain to me the murder box with me?
I mean, that's a weird question to ask.
He expects everything.
I prepare for everything.
Yeah, but did you anticipate? Not anticipate. Did you think that was like?
I mean, I did the work for it, so yes.
Which reminds me, Poi, you're gonna have to start dishing out food to everyone else.
I'm at the what?
Dishing out food and water to everyone else.
Yeah, no worries,
Yeah.
One about
I have one left and
I mean,
one water
where
left.
you guys stand right now, and you probably push it towards late evening of you guys entering the area.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we can make it without like having to rest.
I mean, judging by what Stone has told you, probably.
That we may want to do that then, because it's better than all of us risk damage.
But just to let you know, if you guys go and engage, that could potentially put you guys, like, say, if you guys get over there and it's like, okay, well, let's hide here for a few minutes while they wait or something. Then you guys will be pushing into exhaustion zone.
Yeah. And you're already exhausted, so it's gonna be doubly worse for you.
Yeah. Well, the thing I'm
Huh?
Can we like make it all the way to Valkyrie and fight without exhaustion?
That's a big shoulder shrug, man. You guys are lacking way too much information, and I'm not going to provide it.
Well, you just said a second ago that like so
Make it to the area.
Yeah, we can make it to the area, but whether there's a, deal with a fight afterwards.
You guys have no idea how large this chamber is.
Yeah.
What situation you'll have to deal with.
How-
What I'm saying is, if you guys walked from here all the way to here, or to here, this would technically bring you towards towards evening, like not bedtime, but let's get dinner, then get ready for bed. Like you would have like that hour or two possibly.
I do have another question. Say we
Okay.
go the water and food. Is that what we got as well?
Not immediately.
You may want to try to do it now.
But that would be under normal circumstances. I have to take into account that none of you guys are really in great condition besides Stone.
Yeah.
Also good. So, because the calls are around outside right now, really, where are you saying is the furthest we reach to without broken glass?
Up to the green box.
Up to the green box, so the end.
What was that?
The end of the box.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
It would be a bit stupid to camp right outside of their doorstep, though.
That's the other thing is
Yeah.
if you guys give yourself enough of a berth, you guys are still going to be wasting time the next day to travel. And I mean, fuck, you guys might go to sleep and the whole army move past you.
Here's one thing I'm wondering, personally. Do we think we could reach, like, that, like, box where, like, the entrance to home is, right? Like, kind of like that intersection?
Again, you guys don't know all the information going
Yeah.
up there. Like, you know where the mushrooms are and you know an exit's that way. You don't know how long it is.
Well, not, hang on, I'll get back there. I'm going to point out that one thing. Do that.
You're talking about the orange dot on that other
Yeah.
branch out. Yes. You don't know how
No,
what
no,
is
no,
after
no,
that.
That's not what I'm talking about.
There's only 2 ways to go, man.
I said wait. I'm almost there.
He's gonna walk in and literally point out exactly what we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I know what he's talking about. Why do I get a feeling you really wanted me to fail earlier with those saves?
Funny story.
It would have been funny, yes. It would have been bad though. I think, maybe, I don't know.
I mean, based on what I heard, this had to go to business his own time.
I know, but Damon just seemed extra, like, I really wanted you to fail.
Being fair, your character's been thinking about it, as you said, so.
Oh,
Also,
yeah.
to be fair, every DM always wants you guys to fail.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Maybe
true.
not fail the task or things like that, but anytime they create a story element that has potential to fail and like turn into something else, they want that to happen.
I know. That's me. My tiny time of being a DM, yes, there's been tons of times I've wanted everyone to fail. Excellent. I noticed on the thing it says live then excellent. I don't know what's excellent at the moment, but I like it. Yeah.
Alright, I'm back.
Same.
So where do you think I'm pointing?
That'll be.
Right here.
No.
What
I'm
other?
saying right here.
Yeah, here.
Yes.
Yes, here. That's where we were pointing. It's like,
There, and I was like, no, not there, not that orange spot. Just right at the intersection.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking, like, the whole point of this is, like, to prevent them from coming from home. So if we block the only intersection, we're good if we rest there for the moment. And then we can fight, hopefully, at full strength and go on. Anyway, Moose, are you there? Moose. I'm missing a Moose.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Moose time. So close.
Not close at all.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16. No.
Not even close enough for horseshoes and hand grenades.
Mm.
Horseshoes and hand grenades. I only ever played hand grenades.
You shouldn't play with hand grenades, they'd be bad.
They're fun.
Okay, let's begin.
What's naming counting?
Your
Just
return.
kidding. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Kind of
Wait
did it
on
right
you,
that
Moose.
time. Okay, so
We proceed.
what do you guys do?
Proceed, stinkily.
Stone, give me that wisdom check.
Sure.
Okay, are you guys still proceeding with the light?
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys proceed, and you proceed, and you proceed, until you guys make it to about here.
Okay.
Stone,
Yeah.
you hear noises coming from this way? You guys have made it to the point where you can see the two the intersection, and you can see the two directions. You guys don't see anything else. It's just cave. But to the right, you do hear noise stone, and through a few times on the way up to this point, you guys do hear the noise behind you.
Is it like the same clicky noises?
It's the same, same old,
Okay.
for both sides. The right path is definitely more than one now.
Definitely sounds like a bunch of them over to the right.
And currently, they sound like they're moving away from where you guys are.
Okay. So they're heading towards Tom then. Or going down.
Yes.
Okay.
You'd assume. Or at least to the mushrooms or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So, here's the decision time, guys. So, Stone, you told, I gotta ask our character. You told them how, the one behind us were trying to reach the main group, right, Stone?
Yes.
Okay. So how about, because it seems like there's some up here, right? The main group of us stay here. And someone scouts ahead just to see how many are up there, and if there are a bunch, we'll deal with them. If there's only one or two, that person will take them out.
What if we
Basically,
set up an ambush?
what was that?
What if we set up an ambush?
Where?
Well, they have to. If I'm perceiving this correctly, they're coming. Are they coming from here, past this, and through here?
No.
Literally
They're-
the exact opposite.
That
They're
way.
coming from here.
Well, no, they're trying to, they're already here, they're heading up.
That way.
Oh.
That way.
Why don't we move as a group quietly and try to take them from behind?
Yeah, but also remember, there's, guys behind us here, right? We're trying to reach the main group, saying, hey, get ready for war, because it's time.
I don't think it's smart to split. If the main group's just over there, I don't care if one person goes this way. If I don't want to be cut off from anyone else.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if we ones over here.
Those ones are the
If they're trying to
priority.
get over here, then either way, they're, you know,
This is clear the ones here priority, and then maybe focus on that.
So
While I was looking.
these guys are moving this way.
Eventually, yeah. We don't know if they moved there yet.
So we know we have a group coming this way,
Yeah.
a group going this way,
We
and a
can.
group going this way.
No, because like the group going this way, right? They want to reach the main group here.
Yeah,
right?
they want to go here.
And
Also
then tell
not a
everyone
group.
to go this way. And
It's not a group. It's a singular. It's one goblin this way.
Yeah.
So it's not like a one group. It's one singular goblin.
Okay, let me be very clear about this one more time. There's a singular goblinoid that has been following you guys since that interaction that you guys
Yeah.
had with two.
Mm.
It's still back here somewhere.
Yeah.
There is a group that you heard moving towards this way, Stone. You don't have any clue what's going on over here.
Yeah.
We don't. Yeah.
There's no noise or nothing. You honestly don't even know the exact distance over here.
Mm.
You just know that going this path will lead you to that.
Mm.
I will also remind you that some of you guys have very loud weapons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just me being nice.
I'm just gonna be honest. I say I'm not even worried about the one back
Yeah.
here. That's a single goblin.
Yeah. I personally say stay at the T junction because at least we can fire off that way. If the one does come from over here, we can just blast it and then go on.
So
And then we've
Is-
still got this way covered.
is this an exit?
Yeah, that's the way towards home. This way is priority.
Alright. I was gonna say this. So we know for sure they have a group going this way. We know for sure there's a goblin coming here to tell them for the war. If we let this goblin go save for war, they're gonna have to come this way and go out this way.
Yeah.
So why don't we wait for this group to go a bit? If we're able to take them out quietly. Or
we
hell,
can't really take them out quietly. Remember, that's.
or hell, even if we're loud. If we time it out correctly, us taking these guys out might alert this group, and they are going to have to come through this way, go this way. We just shoot them like fish in a barrel.
Oh, I have an idea. Okay, set murder box here, like in this T-junction bit, okay? We already go up, clear out these guys, because, again, priority, they're closest to home. Using our big band, they will, hopefully whatever's in this one to come this way, and then once these guys are at the murder box, we shoot the murder box, this way gets collapsed, so we never have to worry about it ever again, and we flee off that way.
So, my one amendment to that. I say we're going to have to wait for the mass of the horde to be over the murder box.
Well,
or
yeah,
at least
that's-
have more
That's what
than
I
the
was saying,
first
it's the
view.
mass of the horde over the murder box.
So, we're going to have to. Yeah.
One problem with that is then you gotta find a way to shoot between the horde of goblins to that murder box. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
No,
if we
the cave-in
honestly,
should
if we leave-
trap them.
if we leave the murder box there and the horde's coming, they might trigger it.
Yeah,
Well, an earthquake didn't trigger it. Remember?
exactly. Either way, it gets triggered and the mass
I'm
goblins
saying that-
get destroyed.
I'm saying.
I'm gonna be
that
nice
earthquake-
here.
Yeah.
You guys have no idea the structure or anything, neither did the Myconid of the green area.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
I know. But that's just my thoughts.
Okay, I just want to throw that one out there.
I
I'm
know.
putting a lot
But-
of faith in this box.
Yeah.
They've been calling murder box for ages.
You guys are also putting a lot of faith that the whole entire horde will come at once,
Yeah.
and that they can't move rocks after the cave-in.
Also
Hey,
true.
you want
It
to
buys
hear a
time.
dumb idea?
Hmm?
Let's go to the horde, yeet this murder box, and run like bandits and take care of the other ones.
I'll also do a slight reminder that you guys are also looking for living people, possibly.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna kill the living people because they were corrupted.
That's what the Myconid had said, but Damon said we don't know that for sure.
Well, I'm just saying because you guys brought it up last week that you guys didn't know. So I'm just reminding you. Yeah, you guys don't know. They could all be alive and well.
Yeah. So either way, hang on, Damon. How much like day time left by word do we have?
At this point where you guys are at, it's probably the equivalent of like 4 in the afternoon.
Okay. So how about this? We'll deal with like this group up here, right? First, because you know first left to home, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we hop back to this junction and wait.
I can't come up with an argument against that.
Fair enough. The bigger question is who's going to go up there.
No, I'm saying group-wise. We go up there,
We
we
just
kill
go
them, and then like come back.
You going to be okay to shoot?
I am not in the best shape, I'll be honest, but like I feel like, you know, as a group we're better off.
strength and numbers and all.
Yeah.
So you guys
Pop's
are
gone.
moving up
Your turn.
north, taking out the group, and the goblin behind you just goes home.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, we gotta deal with that goblin behind us, but like I don't want
We
to
have-
begin.
That goblin behind us is going to set them off for war.
Yeah.
I mean, we're here for war.
I mean, if you make noise here, they know. But the goblin goes back to the, you know, to the group. They will also know.
Yeah.
Either way, they
they're
know.
going to know.
Yeah.
I will. Never mind.
Be nice, Damon, please.
Do they currently know?
Currently, as
Oh.
far as we
Currently, no.
There's something called the element of surprise.
Yeah.
I threw out the idea of just going in there and yeeting the murder box.
My problem is we don't know, again, like kind of what, you know, Damon said, we don't know how far this thing is, even though.
Oh, I said it was a bad idea, but I threw it out there.
I just want to take on these goblins with us at full strength, because, yeah, if this is like close to the end of the day, then we're kind of screwed.
Way I see it is if we take out this group, we're going to waste resources that we could use on here. It's who do we want to alert first? Who is willing to be... If we go this way, we're going to face the horde. And honestly, they might be alerted and come back if they hear distress in the horde.
I'm fine with that, though, because remember, they were just. Because remember what they kept on saying, you know, they send groups just to test it out, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So this may not even be a big group, it may just be a couple.
I'm just going to be honest. A couple goblins, I think the guards at home, like...
Remember, the guards at home are way less inept than we are.
I agree, but at least they have Frankie. I think Frankie take
no,
out.
Frankie's, like, again, way outside of home, remember?
Look, I'm the second chair here. I'm here for ideas, not for decisions.
Yeah, like I said, you know, like, they may, like, you know, full on die just because, remember, they're trying to get out, and, like, you know, the mushrooms kill them. So for
Yeah.
all we know, this group may just kill itself by, like, you know, it trying to escape.
I agree with that, but I feel that the barrier's down after the mic and it's dead.
If it's not, it's slowly dying.
Yeah.
Oh, let's hope we kill the horde quick, and if we do, we can always quickly catch up.
Who has the
Wait.
highest passive perception?
I don't know.
Probably me, let me double check.
Not you right now because you're not in the shape.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I have a +2 of 15.
I'm I've got -1, so I don't know.
Stone?
I got a +1.
Okay. Well, luckily, Auntie, as you guys are having this conversation, you hear the pitter-pattering coming from the right side again. This time coming towards you guys.
The right side, so
Yes.
this way? Or
No,
this way?
from where you guys are facing currently, so this way.
Okay, so we're coming this way?
Yep.
Arms at the ready and...
Are you, okay, are you guys just standing there? Because you guys are currently in plain view of the intersection.
I guess we're just standing there.
Take cover, if you can. Press against the wall.
Press
Because
against
we
the wall.
can...
Are you guys hiding?
We can try, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. So go ahead and give me stealth checks.
Yeah. No.
It's funny, I thought I already got the nat one, like with the, you know, telltale cough, like,
Okay,
At least it's with a dex. I don't
you
mind.
guys begin to press against the wall, and Scales, you hear the pitter-pattering, and you just get curious. You're like, I mean, how big of a threat could it actually be? And you start leaning forward, Castro, you look over and see Scales like just leaning forward and like trying to look, and you're like, you slap her on the chest and like pin her against the wall. Luckily, he rolled high enough to save your ass.
Yay! Thank you.
You guys watch as three of the creatures, with a quickened pace, start moving toward, coming down, and then they start going towards the green box area. You guys do, as they get close, you get imagery in your head of one of the creatures walking back and forth across the mushroom field. And the thought of, it's ready, and they're already sprinting down towards the green section.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're alerted at this point anyway.
No,
this
just
group is.
it's not they're alerted. It's more they can cross now. We don't have any time to waste.
That's what I mean, though. Like exactly, because like we were worried about this guy, right? Because you're saying, hey, you know, it's time to go, right? But now these guys.
No. Oh, whoa. The guy behind you isn't telling people it's time.
Yeah. It's more.
They were all preparing.
Yeah. And the mushroom,
But
the goblin here was saying the
barrier is
mushroom.
down.
Yeah, the barrier is down. Let's move. Let's go.
So should we just go to the green box then? Because they're going.
I say, should we follow up behind them or should we kill them before they get the information? Either way, it's going to be loud.
Already, they're heading down there as you guys are
Yeah,
discussing.
we need to get ready to pew pew.
Yeah. So we'll get to the box, I guess.
Either way, we're blocking their way, so they either gotta get past us.
I still say you need to set the murder box. I would say set the murder box still here, and hold up a barricade like there. If they break through this part, just collapse them.
I think that murder box is better as a weapon versus collapsing. Because yeah, they'll dig their way out.
I would like to get the murder box in the green square as much as we can.
So I think at this point we got to go to the green box because they're going right now.
We see them going. I don't want to move half speed for stealth. I want to not. Let's just move.
Yeah. Move then.
Okay. You guys proceed forward. Eventually, you guys get to a point in the cave where it starts to widen up. And that's all you can see for now. Would you like to proceed?
Yeah.
With my gun at the ready, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
gun at the
that's
ready.
right,
Stealthily, or
I say keep the element of surprise as much as we can.
Yeah.
you need stealth checks
Okay.
as you guys enter this chamber.
Damn it! At least I use the naturals now.
Yay.
Okay. You guys enter in the area. It is a large system. You guys begin to make your way through, and you can see a good distance. Then you immediately realize that Scales has her light on. But you proceed in. You guys enter in. Ahead of you is a good 30 feet of stone before it drops down. To the left side, the stone continues and descends, like wrapping around the side of this massive chamber. I'm talking like a couple 100 feet to the left and right, and a good 60 feet above you guys.
Can we see what's down the chamber?
As of right now, no. But luckily, as you guys enter the chamber, there's nothing in the immediate vicinity. There is a lot of piles of mushrooms and what almost appears to look like cocoons.
Question, what
I hate
colour
it, I hate it,
mushrooms?
I hate it, I hate it, I hate it.
Or an egg sac of some sort.
Nope.
It seems to be
nope.
some type of biological material that is in a spherical shape.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying that, is these crocusy mushrooms or orange mushrooms? I'm pre-
Black ones.
Oh, I thought so.
Um, and you do see in this immediate vicinity, you do see a dead body of a humanoid halfway covered with that biological material.
Fun.
Um, it is very much decayed. There's barely any flesh on it. And there are large chunks of the flesh bitten out. You guys are basically on this cliffside. There's the path to the left, and there's kind of like a barrier of rock and other mushrooms and stuff that are kind of creating a barrier. So
Okay.
you guys can try to climb up on top of it to see what's in the chamber if you want, but that's going to require another stealth check.
Okay.
Or you guys could go down the left side of the ramp.
I would like to see what we're descending into before we descend.
I will also point out that there is a lot of noise coming from this chamber.
Yeah, I prefer
Go
staying in the chamber where it's nice and big and open, so we can just ready.
I almost want to say, just chuck the thing. I'm going to hazard a guess they're all down there.
It's kind of hard to tell. It's very echoey in this chamber.
Yeah.
Can someone better at the sneaky see if we can try to get a look?
I can cough, cough.
A cough cough, fake cough cough.
Well, no, he probably is actually coughing, guys.
I know, I'm fake coughing. If I can need no charisma or deception, I will happily do
It's an
so.
obviously fake cough. You're not in any situation to do a well cough check.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'll try to scale up the place and see what's in there.
Okay. As you begin to move up, you got to kind of climb over a few of these like sacks.
You.
Yeah.
As you're climbing over it, you notice that whatever the material is, it does kind of somewhat remind you of the texture of the dark, decaying, necrotic mushroom material.
Yeah.
But luckily, you still seem to be immune to its effects. Go ahead and roll me them bones.
Okay, dokie.
Hopefully your roll is better than -1.
7.
Okay. As you begin to make your way up it, you feel the weight below you shift some, and you hear a "Ugh!"
That's worrying.
and you look down by your knee, and you've caved in one of the sacks,
Hmm.
and the noise came from it.
We heard a noise from this. Does that sound like speech? Is that a person?
It sounded like a groan from a person.
Maybe look in that, Kestrel?
I guess I look into it.
You kind of pull back one of the flaps, and you see one of the guards. Not in great condition.
Oh my god, this is one of the guards.
He currently has part of his face seems to be almost completely rotted away. You can actually see inside of his mouth, like his tongue, his teeth. You see a couple funguses growing on his forehead, and that's all you can tell so far just by pulling back the flap. But he kind of, as you do that, he kind of like just weakly looks up, and he just kind of passes over all of you guys first with his vision, and he seems to like go to fall back asleep, and then he just like snaps to and like alert looks toward you guys, all of you, and you hear that, but in your head you see visions of them, this guard, which is the older gentleman, and the dwarven fellow being dragged by the goblins, being worried where the third one went. No idea where they went. They were safe, hopefully. Dragged back, thrown in front of the horde of goblinoid creatures, where some of them began to take chunks of the flesh. Almost dizzy from the pain and passing out, a large form went towards it, slapping the creatures away. It picks up the head of the man just by the head with one arm. Looks at it. His vision's kind of blurry, but it's whatever this creature is, it's large. And you hear the clittering, chattering noises with almost a broken pseudo language behind it that you haven't heard from any of the other goblin creatures. And the creature drops him, and that's when he was dragged away. And he was basically put to the side where he saw them basically eat the dwarf. And then they were basically took some of the mushrooms and started wrapping some of his wounds with it. And the large creature came back and continued to vomit on it, on the guard. And after a while, the burning from the mushrooms and stuff stopped. And that's when they started wrapping him up with stuff, and that's where his memory begins to fade.
I first shooting the guy and putting out of his misery.
Two things, actually. One, right? Because we saw a body outside of, kind of around this area, right?
Yes.
Was it a feminine body or like the dwarven body?
Definitely not dwarf based on its size, and hard to tell.
So, but if it's not dwarf, then we can obviously assume it's the other version. So, okay.
Looking around, there's a few things that could potentially be bodies.
Yeah, but
Meaning there's more than just the three.
I know, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll try to coup de grace this guy with something. Got my shovel still.
Well, is there still any empathy going back and forth, or is it just silent?
He's not doing well.
Yeah.
But he's alive. And based off of what you guys just got with the mental images and stuff, you can tell he's attempting to communicate and try to tell you guys this stuff.
Okay.
He's not as gone as Grizzlush was.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm just gonna take this medic pack that I have, one left, and to say, should we use this?
It'll take an hour, remember? And plus, like, based on what you're saying, he's like basically very decayed and whatnot, right?
I mean, you'd have to uncover him more to tell.
Yeah, I'll uncover him more, sure.
Okay. You spend a couple moments kind of like pulling away all the material. He does have a wound on his shoulder. It does look a little festered now. It looks like it was probably like a weapon wound or something like that. But other than that, he's in okay shape physically for the rest of his body. Looks a little like he needs to probably get some food, water, medical attention.
I was gonna say he's just missing half the face of the rasping.
Honestly, that and the shoulder wound.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say 1 out of 3 alive's a good number. Let's see if we can keep him alive.
What kind of check would it be to see if you can even sustain him that long?
Medical?
Yeah. That's
Because,
intense.
like, you know, like if I see someone with half a face missing, I'm like, okay, well, a first aid can help, you know?
Again,
you
he's
want
not
me to
like
roll?
bleeding out of his head. It's already just rotted away.
That's even further proving my point. Yeah, intelligence?
Wisdom.
If he's still conscious, I was going to say, do you want to spare you out of your misery?
Okay, here, I'm just gonna paint this picture. Around his eyes, his cheek, to that kind of half of the face. Do you ever see the Black Knight? Or the Dark Knight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember Two-Face?
Oh,
Very
yeah.
similar to that.
I was gonna say also is it medicine wisdom?
It's intelligence.
I thought it was wisdom.
Oh, it's intelligence?
Yeah, it's wisdom, according to my notes.
Yeah.
One thing.
Why would medicine be wisdom?
And that's what I'm seeing on, you know.
Is it wisdom?
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Yeah, then wisdom. Man,
Yeah.
I'm fucking wrong.
Yeah.
I always thought medicine was
That's
fucking
always been wisdom.
intelligence.
I have like
Well,
the D20 stealth, like ability check stuff. It's wisdom.
Well, the reason is because a lot of medical is learning how to spot something and find out how to treat it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, I'm actually gonna have to say no. This is gonna be an intelligence check because this is not
the
trying to
nine.
do like medical
That's-
from I guess what they're doing. This is trying to figure out will this person live.
Yeah,
That's understanding a lot of medical stuff.
Yeah, that's wisdom.
Not
Yeah.
wisdom.
Yeah. It's,
Intelligence is what that is.
Well, then it's a 9 then.
Hard to say. He's alive. He has a pulse. It's rough.
Yeah, so, you know, as I pull him out of this cocoon, I'm like, hey guys, can someone else check him out? Because I'm not even sure if he'll survive. Like, that's bandaging him up.
oh, I'll do it. I'd be sneaky, going over there, and then check him out. If you want me to do a dex and intelligence.
Just intelligence, because
Okay.
you're not actually trying to climb up.
Yeah, I basically pulled him out of the thing, so.
Cool. He's dead.
It's hard to tell. He's missing a chunk of his face. He has a wound. You don't know. He could live. He might not.
Even though under protest, I believe wisdom should be wisdom. I'm going to roll intelligence if you let me.
And
Okay, I will
was-
give you 1 minute to explain why it would be a wisdom.
Because I'm a traditionalist and I like wisdom for medicine.
I would,
I don't know
s-
if there's
I
much
would
more of that.
Okay.
personally on my thing as well. Survival is wisdom. Medicine is wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to figure out whether the person will survive. Fear medicine and survival. Or,
Okay. No.
Mhm.
Okay, this is not reading this person to try to tell this. Okay, that's the current medical condition.
Hmm.
This is to understand the conditions he has in all the other factors to understand whether he will make it through that. That
All
is
I'm saying is
beyond
I'm
wisdom.
disagreeing with you, but I'll roll through it.
I was just gonna like look up to the
I will
guy.
allow one more person to take a look at him.
I have a +3. Let me try this. 21.
I mean, he's not ambulatory right now, so you guys would probably have to help him out. But, I mean, besides him having a real fucked up face for the rest of his life, I mean, he'd still be alive.
He's salvageable. Come on.
Okay. Yeah, I guess try your best to match him up, but it's gotta be quick, because, you know.
We,
I'm,
we can't patch him up quick. We need to get him out of here quick.
I'm just gonna
I
roll.
will say, as of right now, he doesn't seem to be in any immediate danger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever they did to him, like, the wound is festering and it's nasty and stuff like that, but it's not, like, bleeding out.
If we could get him to the doctor,
Okay.
we'll be fine.
Okay, so what about the other cocoons? Because there's other potential people around here.
We can't save them all.
Okay.
Exactly.
We can bet he
We-
save one.
We can
Well,
save. And
Hang on, let me, while you guys check him out, I'm gonna check out the, you know, goblins, because I didn't get a chance to do that yet.
while he's just checking that out, I'm going to be basically getting him out of the cocoon and just getting him to a position where we can move him if we need to.
Sure.
I
I'm
would
sure if
s-
you guys work together, you guys could just prop him up towards the entryway.
Yeah, I was gonna say we might want to move him outside of the place where we're gonna throw an explosive.
Yeah, I'm literally like getting him to the doorways. Like, all right, when we run, someone strong, looks a stone, needs to pick him up.
And as you get towards the exit, you do see a momentary where the creature that was behind you, like, is there. But as soon as he sees you guys approaching away from the thing, he skitters off again.
I'm gonna stay by the entrance. I've been keep guard.
Kester, you said you're gonna try to sneak up and try again.
Yeah.
Okay. Do the stealth check again.
I love you, Kestrel.
Okay. Jesus Christ, this would have been so much more fun. Guess who rolled a 1?
Nice.
Okay. Kestrel, you climb up, and you get up to the top, and as soon as your arm like touches the pinnacle of where the barrier is, a rock falls,
Oh, great.
and you're like, oh shit, as your head is just peeking over. But then you realize no one notices because you look around. Give me a perception check.
Shall do.
Rock fell on Goblin Head.
Yes, the rock does fall and hit a goblin. He just kind of brushes his head. Because as you watch, the approximately 200 creatures all in this room, just a giant mass of them underneath you. At the very far back, about 200 to 300, about 200 feet from where you're currently at, you see a upcropping of rocks. And then there's a large mass propped up against the side of the wall. A creature probably about 14 feet tall, very wide, very rotund, sits at the forefront of this. I need you to give me a nature check.
Shall do. What's that again?
Intelligence. You see before you what could best be described as a troll.
Okay.
Similar to the other goblins, though, it has funguses growing mostly around its back. Long, matted hair. Female. You hear this creature making the chittering and the half-broken dialogue. You're too far away to pick up any of the spore communication, but whatever it's saying and doing is riling up these creatures. You recognize the groups that went over towards the mushroom. They're sitting next to her. And then you see as there's a pause to the creature as she's talking. She looks to the right. She grabs her abdomen, almost like she's wincing in pain. She begins to struggle a little bit and move, and you see the side of the stomach kind of rip open and tear. You see like blackish bile and blood kind of leak out. And as soon as that rips, you see it begin to slowly seal back up. And you see another rip on the other side of the gut. Something's happening to this creature. And you see a few of the goblinoid creatures kind of move up in front, right in between where she's sitting. And you watch as they kind of reach in towards the center in between her legs. And after a few moments, you see them pull out a small creature. It appears she has just given birth. The goblin that's holding the small creature rips at the umbilical cord with its teeth, rips it off, kind of slaps it on his butt. You see the small little infant begin to stir, and the goblinoid creature quickly passes that one off to another goblin who like carries it like off to the side, and it goes in again, and it pulls out another one, rips it off, just kind of gives it another slap, nothing, kind of shakes it, nothing, slaps it again, and you see it kind of make a noise towards the troll, and it just kind of makes some more noise, and you watch as that goblin takes that creature, kind of reels back a little bit and tosses it into the crowd of the goblins, and you watch as where it lands, all of the creatures ravenously go after it and cannibalize it.
Okay, anything else?
Yes. guess you, yeah, bare minimum, you probably would have gotten this. Um, there is a little bit of a light source in this cave.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize there is a blue flame candle next to the throne area, or the sitting area of this large creature. Um, and with that light, at the back entry of the cave, you do see yellow lines all throughout the entirety of this room. Some type of stone? Think about it for a moment. You recognize this colorization. Looks like veins of spark powder.
Okay, interesting.
You also note that towards the back of the room, you think you see something hiding behind a pile of stuff. You see some motion. You can't make out too many more details than that, but you do notice in the back far corner of the room, there seems to be something behind like a mass of like more of those cocoon like things, like in the far back corner. And you do also see a grouping of some of the goblinoid creatures who seem to be taking bits of metal and wood, and they're all crafting weapons and throwing them in a pile. Apart from that, I mean, just it looks like a goblin brood hole. There's like, um, there's the group is still kind of ravenously tearing apart the fetus, and that's about it.
So I'll go back, relay this to the whole group, and I'll probably cap it up with like. So there's actually a very big, what looks like vein.
The vein runs throughout the entire room.
So actually, your guys' plan of just like literally, chucking this box in there and it going kaboom may actually work.
I mean, let's do it then. Let's get the vintage guy out of here, throw it and run.
So one thing I do gotta ask him, because like based on where I was, this is how I imagine it, right? I gotta draw it real quick, right? I imagined that where I was, it was like a cliff, and it was straight down was all the whole goblin people. Is that how it was or no?
Go ahead and remove that real quick.
Yeah, sure. How do I do that real quick?
Should just be able to select it and see.
Basically, you found yourself upon this. This is kind of like a side view, so like this is where you guys came from. Along the left side, there's the rock that kind of comes along the wall that kind of drops down. Back over here is kind of the rock upcropping that the large creature is on. And this whole chamber, you don't know how far back it goes this way, is just filled with them. And behind this rock outcropping, you do see in the left side, like a lot of the cocoon stuffs. Crappy cocoons, and there was something moving behind here. Yeah.
Okay, so I was right here looking at that.
Yes.
Okay. So it's not far enough to throw. Like, it's just too big of a room at that point.
Again, the entirety of the room, across all the walls, is speckled with the yellow.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, yeah, in that case, yeah, then stone. I really think, like, because this room is just speckled with that stuff, and it looks like, actually, so I do got to converse with the David, because this is what I know as a player, but I'm not sure if my character knows that. Do I know about trolls and fire and whatnot, how they regenerate?
Or at least you've heard that trolls are fucked up creatures. But you do know that they have a serious weakness to fire.
Okay. Yeah, so the main creature, is a
I
troll.
will say this as a caveat. This creature is technically no longer a troll, though. It is slightly altered. So you don't know if that same weakness carries over.
Also true, yeah. Same time, no, it's a room of fucking TNT. I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say, we don't need fire, we just need to throw the fin. Kinetic energy can make it go boom.
yeah, I'm highly in favor of this plan. What do you guys think?
I thought let's get the people that not throwing the item out of the room. I'm sorry, but whoever's throwing the item, at least one person's dead, better than all of us dead.
I mean, it takes a lot of
I've been
strength.
muted that time.
Yes, you have been.
I was saying, yeah, as he's saying all this, are we going with the plan? Auntie's literally grabbing the guy we just found, and getting ready to start walking with him. It's like, all right, everyone get in position.
Helping Auntie move the guy so he's a bit of a quicker pace.
Now, Stone. Right here.
So, from here, we're just gonna try and throw it over here.
Well, no, because this whole room, like, is just TNT, essentially, what he said. This
Yeah.
whole
More
room is
like
just-
nitroglycerin.
Yeah.
Look, we need to. As soon as this thing leaves your hand, you need to start dashing.
Throw
So
and
basically-
run.
This
Yeah,
is
so
hilarious.
what I really want you to do, Stone, right? Give the spot with me, right? And I want you to huck this as hard as you can, like right in the center of this room if you can.
I aim for the. I
Yeah,
don't
aim
want.
for a vein, yeah, like,
Yeah.
actually, I'll try to point out a vein.
All over.
Yeah, so, literally just, center of the room, yeah. You got that, Stone?
Just point me to the spot where I should throw it, and I will throw it. Okay?
I'm in aim B.
Alright, ready, Stone? On count of 3. 1.
Auntie scares and the guy is probably already out of the room.
I need to know who's in the room.
Me and Stone.
Okay.
3! Throw it.
Okay. Stone, you kind of climb. I'm taking it you're going to climb up on the ledge to toss it?
Yeah, if he says with him, yeah.
Okay. As soon as you guys say 3 and go to toss it, all eyes are on you guys. As the creature on the slab kind of looks up, a few of the goblinoids turn around. The box is already in the air, just flinging. Go ahead and give me a strength check.
Nice.
Nice!
I saw that in that one. I was like, oh gosh!
That would- 3! You just, like, smash it right in front of us. Boom!
Especially
As
right on your
this
toes.
moment washes over you, and the box is in the air. Stone, go ahead and give me just a quick wisdom check. Since you're at the forefront and probably eyes on the room. Okay. Don't worry, it wasn't that super high of a DC. As the box is moving and all this is happening at once, you see behind in the very far back corner where those sacks are, you see the female guards stand up.
Oh! Stone's like says it's like the boss is like floating, like, oh no!
As you guys begin to move away to try to avoid the explosion, I want you both to just give me an acrobatics check
Okay,
to just
next.
see how much you guys can clear. Yep.
9.
Okay. Stone and Castro, you start running. Stone, you're the only one who knows what you just saw.
There's like on Stone's face, but she's like,
In that moment of hesitation, you're just not on it, and Kestrel's a good, few good paces in front of you. You guys feel and hear and just experience the instantaneous pressure and heat emanating from behind you as you guys get blasted forward. I need you to both roll one more dexterity check. Kestrel, it's going to be a straight roll from you because you get advantage because you were able to flee. So it's just a straight roll for you.
14.
And I just roll a straight roll, or do I roll the...
Just roll.
50.
Yeah.
Okay. Stone. You immediately take 20 points of damage.
Ooh.
Kestrel,
That's all my HP.
you only take 5.
Okay.
As shards of rocks and explosive matter come just spraying you both. Kestrel, you tumble from the impact. And the other ones, you guys look back and Kestrel's on the ground, and Stone is slightly buried with some rubble, and she's out.
Oh God, stop! I'm probably like clutching my arm, like, guys, help!
Yeah.
Oh God.
Immediately dropping the guy trying to pull Stone out.
She's alive but fading.
Okay,
We'll
come
do
on.
our best to like heal her as we get her out of the hole.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it was just like her feet and ankles that were mostly covered.
Okay.
Yeah. Come on, Stone. Keep awake, and try and drag Stone as much as she can out.
Well, time fireworks have been going off, so
She's-
I've been muted, but
She's free.
Come on, Stone. Stay
Okay, as you're
awake from
sitting
me.
here and pulling her out and not doing anything, go ahead and roll me a death saving throw, Stone.
Like I said, we healed her, right? We did the check.
You know you kept pulling her out.
Yeah, and they're saying we're making sure she's
Okay.
alright.
So death saving throw.
What is... Oh, okay,
D20, yeah.
mhm.
Here's a kid.
Yeah.
Scales one. You gotta do
Yep.
this.
Okay. I'll try and use a packet type thing.
Failure.
I think the kids take time.
They do take time.
But we need to get out of here before we start using the kit.
We
so
don't
we'll
have
save.
time to do that. I'm trying to use the kit. I'll try and use up any form of bags, clothing,
Okay.
anything to try and
You
take
guys
her
had that
up.
other slight debate. Go ahead and give me another death saving throw, Stone.
I was gonna say I wasn't having a debate. I was using the kit.
Okay.
You start
Yeah.
to use
Go
it.
ahead and start using the kit.
How do I use the kit?
You use it.
Cool.
Use it.
Cool. I use it.
You guys spend the next
Yeah.
hour or so,
Yeah.
tending to her wounds, patching her up. She is rough. After that hour, though, she seems stable. You've gotten a lot of the wounds closed up. There are massive amounts of burns and cuts on her back. You guys bandage it up. She's still not in great condition. Stone, you are not doing great. You are at 1 HP.
Phew.
And you're not feeling great.
One's better than none.
Come on, we need to move. Kestrel, see if you can help me with Stone. She's a big girl.
Yeah, I'll best I can.
Then drag out.
Yeah.
And I imagine head to home.
Yeah, I got the other guy.
Okay. So are you guys going to try to leave?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys make it to about here.
Okay.
Mhm.
You guys are exhausted and tired. Do you guys want to keep pushing?
We don't really have a choice in the matter. I think we need to leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to be as expedient as possible.
Okay. As soon as you guys make it a little bit past here, those of you who are conscious do notice that the creature
Mhm.
that has been following you guys heads this way.
Can I take a pot shot at it?
You're currently
I'm gonna
holding
say
a person.
no because you're carrying a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's just
Um,
get out.
I mean, if you want to go set the guy down and hunt the creature down, that's an option.
No, I think it's fine. Totally
Okay.
fine.
This reminds me of a certain cardboard story I keep hearing.
Yeah.
What about leaving some alive?
Yeah.
Actually, in spite of that, like, actually, if Scales can hold on to stone on her own, I'm just gonna deal with this guy.
All right, let's just put stones in this guy in a pile.
No, I'm taking stone. I'll go try and keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Because are you-
need to lose some weight.
Give me a strength check, Scales.
Yeah.
Okay, the other two, you proceed down the tunnel. You guys do spend a little bit of time.
Oh god.
I'm not moving.
Okay. You drop Stone. Stone, you're down at 0 HP.
Shit. I need to use my healing kit up again.
Not death saving throws, but you're knocked the fuck out.
Okay.
What little bit of strength you had, Stone, is gone. You're just out.
Unconscious. Stable.
Yes.
Oh, good.
The other two, you guys begin to give chase.
What's it called?
Aunties will sell scales. We're carrying the guy.
Okay. So, Kestrel, you take off down the way. It takes you a good, 30 or so, 30 minutes or so to get back down. But at the cave-in, you do see the creature, like, just kind of, there's a whining noise coming out of it as it's trying to move the rocks.
And I try to kill it.
Go ahead and take the shot. Okay. You don't have to roll damage. This one was the 1 HP one. As it's frantically trying to move the rocks out of the way, it doesn't even notice you.
Oh,
Like, it is full of emotion right now, just trying to get to its people, and you just, without a second batting the eye or anything, just done with this whole situation, you raise your arm, your gun shaking. Like you're like, come on, just fucking, and boom! Head splatters against the rocks as his body goes lifeless.
I imagine like my one arm's limp and just like one arm's like very shaky. It's like
Yeah.
Motherfucker. Boom.
But it is
And I
taken care
hobble
of.
on back.
And about an hour after Kestrel leaves, he stumbles back.
Yeah. Let's get the fuck home.
Yay.
And with the assistance of Kestrel,
Yay.
I need now Kestrel and the Scales to do a strength check because you guys are pulling stone with dead weight.
That's true.
Yay.
Because I'm going to say with
Is
everything
it
that's happened,
both of us
she's
doing a
not gonna be
strength or
waking up.
I was gonna say, is both of us doing a strength or is one person giving another person
Both give
advantage?
us strength.
Okay.
Because one of you guys is doing it at disadvantage, so.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Why?
You are all exhausted. Okay? You slowly drag stone out of here.
You could just use your phone.
It takes a good while. You guys are tired. You're hungry. You're exhausted. Like, there are a lot of points where you guys just have to stop and for like 10 minutes just take a breather. And you keep going, and you guys are hungry. You guys, Kestrel, you've gone into stage 2 exhaustion. Given the entire situation, the other two are probably slipping into it. And you guys continue along until you reach a point where you see light.
Keep going.
Yeah, so do we see what may be the outskirts of home?
You continue through and you break through. At this point, you guys have to go up almost near vertical lift. It's about 5 or so feet. There are some rocks that seem to have been placed recently. You can assume probably by the goblins who were able to break out of or move past the mushrooms. Basically, it looks like this place was being set up for, a quick exit of troops. You slowly pull Stone and this man up there, one after another. You guys all make your way out of there. You find yourself on grass. There are trees all around you. You're in the woods, somewhere. But it is apparently midday, which is weird because for you guys it feels like it's probably like in the middle of the night.
Probably.
Yeah.
But it's in the middle of the day. It's warm. You can feel the sun, like kind of through the tree line as the wind blows. There's those little flickers of light that kind of hit your skin, and even that little bit you can feel it. Especially you, Castro, because you're fucking like shivering cold still to the bone. You're not doing well. But there's grass underneath your feet. You can smell fresh air. Oh, God damn, you guys are out of those stupid caves.
Can I see or hear any, sign of community people, buildings, anything other than goblin or animal?
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh.
Okay. I'm assuming that a little bit of hope comes across Scale's eyes as she looks around, seeing that there's grass and trees, and you just start making like a big circle. You just kind of go out like, please help people now, and you just kind of like go through the trees, and it's only like a good 30 or 40 feet before the tree line breaks, and an open field, and you see the buildings of home.
I shout back, it's like, guys, stay there, I'll be back, and I'm just gonna dash to home, grabbing the first person I see.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're only a few hundred feet away from the outskirts of the nearest building.
I think we should all just venture towards the home.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, she's like trying to get advanced stuff. We're just trying to drag them along as best we can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say right now, no, you're not.
No.
Ketchel in the state you're in, you're not gonna be.
You're not moving.
That's true, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You guys stay there. I'll come back with people. It's only a few hundred feet. We'll be fine.
You walk up Scales in the haggard state you're in.
Mm-hmm.
You approach the building and you see two kids playing in the back. One has like a fire truck, or the equivalent of a fire truck.
It's like, kids, get guards, res guards, now.
As soon as they look up, they scream and run away.
Cool. I want all the noise possible. I'm just gonna shout out.
You just start screaming?
Yeah, I just start screaming.
Go ahead and give me a charisma check.
Yay! I like charisma. Yeah. Damn it.
Okay.
I was super low.
Don't worry, it wasn't that big of a DC.
Thank God.
You begin yelling. Your voice becomes hoarse quickly. You're slightly dehydrated, and the water and food you've had hasn't been great.
I stink at all.
You're at your energy limit. Pulling Stone through there, you are fucking exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
But one, and then another, and then another, and then another. People start poking their heads out the window, turning the corner around buildings, and more people are yelling back and forth. You hear commotion building. And after just a moment of you kind of like wandering around just the very outskirts as you're still trying to approach towards town, you see Jeb come out.
Yeah.
And he just recognizes you in full sprint towards you. What happened? Huh?
Okay, we need doctors, we need able bodies. We've got 2 people dead and one of them's stone. Quick, grab every able body you can do, especially doctor person.
People are turning to stone, and he turns and
Jesus.
runs towards town. Remember, Jeb isn't the brightest.
Okay,
You're
no,
yelling
Jeb,
at him
get the
quickly,
doctor.
he's panicked.
Get the doctor.
I'm surprised he didn't run into a pole on his way out.
Yeah. And he runs through, and eventually you see a vehicle pull forward coming down the road. You recognize Bill's driving it.
Oh, Bill!
He's beelining it to you.
Oh, good.
He pulls up his truck, and he's like, Get in.
Yeah,
What's going
jump
on?
in.
What's going on?
Stones down. Another guard's down. Big explosion. We're all dying. That's me. That's me.
And he
That's
just
me.
starts driving right where you point.
Yeah.
You guys waiting. Eventually, you hear the thrum of the engine getting close. And you hear it kind of get close and stop. You hear doors open and close, and then eventually you see Scales and Bill come through the woods towards where you guys are.
I'm
Cool.
sure it looks like Stone and Kessler are dead on top of each other at this point.
Yeah,
Like,
basically.
Can
Like,
I-
basically, you get back, like Auntie's like half cradling this guy, like
I imagine,
kind of
like-
tired and exhausted herself.
She's
Like-
holding, like she's sitting down holding the dude. She's like, "Look, guard, we made it." You know, like.
I was gonna say, can I voluntarily pass out the moment I see everyone else? Because imagine I used up all
Sure.
energy I had
Sure,
to
you
do
just
that.
pass the fuck out.
Yeah.
The moment of calm after the excitement of getting home washes over you,
Yeah.
and you just the last of the string snaps and you just collapse.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing the same for you, Kestrel, since you're willing to pass out.
I've been passed out probably since she left.
Yeah, okay. Auntie, you're the only one conscious.
Just barely.
Bill begins looking over Kestrel, Stone, and he's like, "Okay, well they seem fine. Auntie, are you okay?"
I'm fine. I'm just take care of these two.
Oh God. Oh. Wow, you guys have been through a lot. As he like reaches towards the guard and like
Oh,
starts
yeah.
examining his face, and he's just you can tell he's flabbergasted. Well, you guys sure know how to make an entrance. The rest of everyone's on their way. I already sent for Doc. And after a few moments, you hear another vehicle pull up, and then another one, and one after another. You see the guards. You see Doc. You see other townsfolk. Just a mass amount of people are now flooding this area.
As people are flooding in, I'm just gonna say, you mind if I just take a nap like the rest?
And Bill kind of comes over, kneels down in front of you, just kind of like ruffles your head a little bit. He's like, "You deserve it."
Yeah, I'm just going to dogpile with the rest of the group and just collapse.
You gotta lay on top of Stone and Kessler like,
Yeah, and yep. He takes Charles, and he kind of sets him to the side. And before you pass out, Auntie, you see everyone like basically pulling out like stretchers and literally taking people. They start with Stone and the guard first. They kind of pick them up. You see them disappear out of the woods, and you get that last moment of like, okay, yep, we're on our way home. Like this is it. We're done. And
We're
just-
safe.
You just let sleep take you. And that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
woo!
So that's a good
Neat.
stopping point.
That was a very good stopping point. Yeah.
Yeah. Did we level up?
So, we'll continue this next week.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys got 1 out of 3. Technically, you did kill Tori. She was perfectly fine. Yeah, that's the only one. Yeah, Tori was in perfect health.
I figured, but there was no way I was gonna get him out.
And surprisingly enough, because you guys took care of that last creature, yeah, that's it. Threat has been removed.
Awesome. Oh, sorry.
I'm glad you guys learned your lesson and was like, hey, let's take that dude out. But yeah, we will see you guys next Sunday for the next session. See you then to see the results, see who survived in the healing process.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.